Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. G'day, folks. You should be able to hear me. Let's bring in Brendon as he eats his supper. Let's get all those good mouth noises that we simply love to hear. Alright. Lick your lips or do something audible, please.
Hi.
One more time.
Hello. How's it going?
That sounds
Yeah,
good to me. Cool. What are you having?
Chicken wrap.
Yeah. We love a good chicken wrap. Is it from... What's that beloved chicken shop on King Street?
I'm sure that there's a few. Gallo, is that what you're talking about?
No, it's like... Chris Hemsworth was just spotted on the North Shore equivalent.
Frango's.
It's like a woman's name.
A woman's name? Oh.
Possibly. I'm
not
losing
sure.
it. Forget it. Anyway, hope it's good. Hope you all can hear me. Hope you'll be able to hear the game like you couldn't at the start of last week. And before I say anything else, and before I get stuck into it, because we've got a lot to get through to get to the end of Jak 3, just like to acknowledge that we're streaming today from the lands of the Camaragal and Gadigal peoples of the Eora Nation, and so we'd like to pay our respects to their elders past, present, and emerging. Yeah, like last week, Brendon, not going to bother with trivia, not going to tease your brain with plot details, because there's been a long stretch of just stuff, and that's going to change radically with this last section that we go through. Yeah, before we get stuck into it, I guess, how you feeling? You said you were surprised that the ending was upon us.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want resolved by the time the credits roll? Like, what jumps to mind?
I don't know if it's so much that I need a resolution on anything. It's just that, yeah, for all the directions that the plot of the second game went. I was expecting something similar here, but this is just like a very, very straightforward plot so far. Yeah,
that was my feeling.
And now it's about to end. It doesn't have anywhere to go unless it just has some zany ending with all sorts of random shit.
Well, this will definitely run longer than all the other weeks. We got to play for at least 2 hours before we see the credits this week.
Yeah.
But that said, yeah, they are more or less cramming. Like what Reese says, they are kind of dumping the plot, the main, most interesting and memorable stuff of the plot into the last few hours. That's just what they're doing. It's, yeah. But I won't talk about it too much. I say we do one final transition to the game. Here we go. Thank you, Neil. All right. So this is where we left off last week. We entered the war factory, having breached the outer perimeter.
The war factory.
Yeah, the war factory. That's what it's called. I think they call it that in the cutscenes as well. Reese is going to miss that transition. Thank you, Reese. Well, I'm glad I took... I was tempted to just jump straight into gameplay like we did with Jak 2, just to save time, but I don't know, I'm a bit sentimental. Took me a while to hook up that transition, so...
You can use it for the Jak racing stream.
Yes, I can. Or make a new one, because they got multiple transitions in the Austin Powers movies that are silly like that.
Yep.
So go on.
I've been playing Grand Theft Auto 3 since Tuesday night stream.
How far are you now?
Oh.
Who are you working for? What missions can you do?
The first, very early on.
Okay, first island still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I had forgotten what shooting guns was like in that game. Holy shit.
You're playing on PC, right?
No, PS4.
Right,
I turned
so,
the thing that you were talking about. What's it called? The visual effect? The
ghosting. I forget what they call it in the menu, but you can turn it off.
Yeah, they call it something weird.
Trails. Something like that.
I think that might be it. I think it was Trails.
Yeah.
I turned it off and it plays just fine. So that's great.
Cool. Did it make it easier to aim? Or not?
No, it's more about the... Like, it just looked... Like, the ports looked bad previously. The frame rate died real badly.
Yeah. But that did a lot to help it.
And there was, like, texture pop-in wasn't the big thing, but actual, like, model pop-in. I don't know. Like, Sometimes you'll. This happens on the PS2 version, but it seemed to be even worse when I played San Andreas on PS4.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll just be driving, and then the world will disappear, and you will just be driving through a skybox.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, that absolutely happens.
Most of the time, it's just the textures haven't loaded in, but sometimes the actual models won't load in. And this is on a PS4.
Yeah. I see what you mean with the ports being a bit dodgy, brothers.
Yeah.
I wonder if, like, because people say that the ports of these games, the Jak and Daxter games, are better on PS3 because they somehow rushed it on PS4 and it's like emulated in some sense. Whereas PS3, it's like natively running on that system's hardware. I don't know. I'd have to investigate, but I'd be curious if, like, say, like I'm playing I keep saying it's your Xbox 360. You've given it to me, so it's mine more or less. I just wonder if. Hang on. I'm about to
also, it wasn't mine originally.
Yeah, right. I could tell. I had to wipe all the users that were logged into it.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know any of these people.
I had the blessing of the former owner for it to be mine, by the way. This wasn't that.
Oh, yeah. I know you did it responsibly. I assumed as such. The PS2 Ratchet and Clank ports are pretty rough, and I don't think they put them on PS4. That's correct. They did not put them on PS4, and that's a shame that the PS3 ports are bad, because it's like a proper...
I have those.
Sorry?
I have those. I played Ratchet and Clank 1 via the PS3 port, and I remember it being fine. That was quite some time ago.
I'm curious how the Sly Cooper ports are, because they had that, and then they had Sly Cooper 4 on PS3, so, you know, you'd want that transition to be good.
I bought the Sly Cooper ports for Vita, which I shouldn't have done, because the screen's just too small.
I think you told me that once, yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to know, before you continue, can you look at, like, the ground or the sky or whatever? Because I'm interested to know whether the level is moving, or what is a lot more likely, which is that the skybox is moving.
Alright, so that's the whole city below us, right? I mean, it's hard to tell, isn't it? But I would imagine that the level itself is stationary. I'm not feeling affected by any, like, airborne physics, you know what I mean?
It's a really good effect.
Yeah, it is a cool effect. I agree. My only question is how to get past here. Oh, I don't have any light eco. Oh, I know what I gotta do. It's Daxter time again. They do this like 3 or 4 times. They just hand controls over to Daxter for no particular reason. What I suspected is that people really liked that 1 bit and 2 where you play as Daxter. And they were like, more of that. And they were like, okay, let's just shove it in wherever. So, because you don't.
Interestingly.
Yeah, what?
I don't think there are any parts in Jak 1 where you play as Daxter.
I don't think so either, no.
But that's called Jak and Daxter. And in Jak 2 and 3, you get to control Daxter. Even though they dropped his name from the title.
How ironic.
A lot to consider.
Yeah, big time.
Well, that is hanging things very reminiscent of Crash Bandicoot. In Crash Bandicoot 3, in like the Persian levels where you're climbing along the roof.
Time, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Although there were levels in Crash 2 where you're doing that. In the sewers, you were climbing around on ladders.
Well? Oh, in the sewers, yeah.
In the sewers. With the robots, yeah.
Something we haven't talked about. I know how big of a fan of Crash 2 you are.
And you are too.
Yes, me too. When I was a kid, the furthest that we could get was the 4th world. You can never get past it. I think it was like the B levels that got me stuck.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really understand how that worked. Anyway. I remember being quite young, and it was before we could get to that stage. My cousin's being over at my house at some point, and we were playing Crash 2.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it happened, but somehow the game bugged out.
Yeah.
And we were warped to one of the levels in the final world. It was one of the jetpack levels.
I suspect that wasn't a bug at all. That is one of the... I suspect that's one of the levels for the secret warp room. So what you found was a secret exit.
No, the game crashed like the first time we died.
That's right.
Oh, okay, so it crashed. You didn't get transported.
We got transported,
Yeah.
and then we were like, holy shit, we're in a new level, let's play it. And then we ran into a fire beam, and the game froze, and it was stuck, and it crashed.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, being transported to another level from a B level, that sounds correct. The game crashing altogether, that sounds wrong. Strangely.
I don't think it was one of those transport, because I don't think that is a route that you could do. I might be wrong about that.
Check this out.
Hang on, sorry. I alt-tabbed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
It does remind me of one of the nuts and bolts cars, though.
It totally does, doesn't it? It's just a little... It's just the shape is not exactly intuitive. Yeah, it feels cobbled together. I get what you mean.
By the way, my only experience with nuts and bolts is being at a friend's house and watching his brother play it for a little bit and being like, this isn't Banjo-Kazooie.
Technically it is. Part of the canon. Reese says, we're going to show off a Crash 2 wrong warp exploit here. Shout out to Cortex King 96 in the Discord. AGDQ humor. Like, I'll always welcome it. I won't welcome falling off the entire level. That's no good.
Yeah. I'm gonna look them up.
55 deaths, baby.
In war?
Beg your pardon?
I'm just looking up the secret war. There's a sixth warp room, which is what's coming.
Yes.
I'm just trying to find where the connections are.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite bits of Crash 2. It's just some of the sheer amount of oh no, I've Austin Powers myself. Oh no.
Yeah,
how appropriate. Fuck. Fuck, no, come on.
Oh, no.
This sucks. Oh, I could get out at least. Hang on. Let me take care of this guy. Oh my god. We're meant to get through this quickly. How did I do this?
Oh shit. If this was the Maker, you would have booster jumps and you'd be able to jump your way out of here.
Well, not every game's Mass Effect, is it? Jeez. I love the free lives cheat in Crash 2 when you jump on the polar bear. Yeah, I like that too. Fucking hell. Are you kidding me?
I'd call that more of an Easter egg than a cheat. Because I think there's a limit to him. Yeah.
It would be in the cheat section of Disney Adventures. You know what I mean? It feels like a cheat when you're like however many years old.
Yeah.
And you are like just jumping on the bear because you're a sadistic little fuck like me.
I retract my statement.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so the cheating in GTA 3 is not like, I can't remember exactly what it's like in Vice City. But I can tell you in San Andreas, it is an auto lock on, and it is very simple. It's like the game is age. It doesn't really feel good, but when you
oh my god, god damn it.
Oh, you can lock on fairly simply. In this, you do that. You lock on fairly simply too, but like the camera goes really low to the ground and goes into like the cinematic view.
Yeah.
And there's
Sorry,
no
this is
lock
3,
on.
the cinematic view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird, and the alternative to that is not aiming at all and just shooting wildly.
Yeah, just gunning it from the hip. Yeah, it's not super good, is it? I started playing 3 again thinking I would platinum it. Because I went to platinum Vice City, but then it has one trophy in it that's just ungodly and terrible, where like,
what is
you know, like criminal rating that you get in like the stats menu. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, vaguely, yeah.
It's like it just runs in the background. So that's why I died, because I went the wrong direction with that car. It runs in the background and assigns pretty arbitrary feeling point values to different stuff you can do, like blowing up cars and stuff. And to get the trophy in Vice City, you have to get the maximum rank, and it's a stupid amount that it's possible to reverse. Like, it's easy to lose points on your criminal rating as well. It's so stupid. Basically, the one quickest way to do it is to get a bunch of helicopters in one spot and then to do the blow up all cars cheat. And it still takes hours and hours. And it's like, at a certain point, I was trying to do it, and it's possible, but it's like, why?
Yeah.
Why do this?
Very fair.
Yeah, because it involves like landing the helicopters in a garage so that they automatically repair, and then just blowing them up again and just doing that and getting it up to this arbitrary high point. But GTA 3 doesn't have that, so I thought, oh, maybe there's a shop, but then I just lost interest, I guess.
Okay.
Anyway, cutscene.
A lot of collectibles.
Yeah, that too.
Oh my god, it's a mech.
I found some new friends to help me conquer this puny little planet.
You're talking to the Dark Makers.
It seems my digital self can communicate with these poor, tortured minds quite well. Oh, they're just like you and me, Jak. Well, me at least. They want a home, someone to call a friend.
He's a Digimon.
Destruction of all light evil.
Yeah, he does look like a
Until we
Digimon.
put this puny planet out of its misery.
You're in for a big surprise. The Dark Makers don't play nicely with others. Just ask the Metalheads.
I've been given the opportunity to wield a power even the precursors could not control. Don't fret. You won't live to see what I turn this little world into. Maybe a rock, or a floating puddle of slag, or nothing at all. Complete oblivion. So hard to choose.
I won't let you do this.
Would not have guessed this for Errol off the second game. You know?
Nah.
He didn't really make a splash, did he?
No.
In the second game, so...
But they always knew he was going to have this arc.
Yeah.
They knew right from the start.
Yeah, it was planned, wasn't it? So yeah, boss fight. I'm trying to think, like, I only had a few boss fights. It was like, maybe the last one, that one fight, 2 fights with Praxis, and I think that was it? And this is roughly the same. Like, boss fights are just not a high priority in the series, clearly. And that's fine, I think.
Do you get 3 waves of enemies? I mean, no, not 3 waves of enemies. Do you get it? Yes, that's right.
Yes.
3 waves of enemies in between, like, doing damage.
Really obvious opportunities to, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is right. Hang on. Yeah, cool. Thank you for giving me that, Errol. I really appreciate it.
Well, it looks like this might be a 4 hit job.
Yep.
Rather than a
100%.
classic 3.
Oh, jeez, okay. Now we got shockwaves. Tried and true platformer obstacle. Oh, and collapsing terrain. Oh, no. So there's some escalation here. It's good. To break up just the waves, the horde.
Very Naughty Dog. It's like, oh, now we collapse some tiles.
Yeah.
And do the
Very
same
tiny
thing.
tiger, isn't it? To make another Crash 2 reference.
Why
Just a
won't you
crash
die?
Yeah. Crash bosh. I wish they did this stuff in The Last of Us. There's a
Just
boss
put out some
where all
DLC. Ellie's
Yeah.
dream, like in between traumatic experiences of just like playing some stupid old platformer, you know. And it's a light-hearted take on the franchise.
Yeah. Imagine it's Ellie and Abby fighting, but it's in this room.
Yes.
Oh shit, there's multiple. Can you do multiple hits?
But no, I only fire off the one,
it disappeared.
and then he moves. Then it's next phase. Bam. Okay. Speaking of Crash, I played Wrath of Cortex again via the Xbox 360. Bog standard game. Like,
Yeah.
you know the story with that? Did I describe it at all last time?
No, but I'm going to try to remember it off the top of my head. That Cortex is finally like... Let's finally get around to just remaking another Crash. And then remake Crunch.
It's not really like phrased in the terms of like, oh, let's do that experiment, but do it right this time. It's not really phrased.
Yeah.
It's more like Uka's like, why haven't you killed him yet? Think of something better. And he's like, oh, well, I've got this. It's like, why didn't you do that earlier?
I can't remember what the elemental masks, how they come into it, but I think one might be Mark Hamill.
Yes, one is definitely Mark Hamill. Oh dear. Yeah, so they use the elemental mask to power up Crunch.
Kill the little bastard. See what
And
I
Crunch keeps insisting like, oh, I can kill this puny little bastard. You know, not in those words. with, you know, just by myself. I don't need elemental powers, Dr. Cortex. He's like, no, Crunch. This makes for a more interesting game. So they do that. But I'm also thinking not just the story of the game, but like the story of its development. Because Mark Cerny was gonna lead it, and then Universal, who were publishing Crash, and Sony had a fallout because Universal partnered with Konami to make a Crash game. And it was sort of flying in the face of their agreement, so they cut off ties. So the game Cerny had been designing up until that point for PS2 and Xbox and GameCube, which was an open world type Crash game. They had to scrap that and make a simpler Crash game in the year that followed to then put out with the next gen systems. So that's how we got Wrath of Cortex, which is the most standard Crash game you can imagine. 5 warp rooms plus a secret warp room, all linear, all level terrain types that we've seen before. It's yeah. So that's how you wind up.
So it is Naughty Dog?
No, it's not. It's Traveler's Tales.
Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna. I thought you were gonna surprise me and say that Naughty Dog did actually work on it. So.
No. By then, Naughty Dog were moving on to Jak.
Uncharted
systems for Jak.
Oh, Jak. Sorry, no. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. Not just. Jak, I assume, was retired. Had an honourable discharge.
What do you mean?
As a franchise.
Oh right. Well, they they gave it to Ready at Dawn. I remember. Those are the guys who did the Lost Frontier, that PSP game.
Okay.
Yeah, and then a different developer altogether did Daxter for PSP. Yeah, you're right. They just handed them off and let Sony do what they want. There was also an iToy game with Jak in it, if I remember right. Where like you play as Sly, Ratchet and Clank, and oh man, I'm stuffing this up. Hang on. Bugger. Still up there being smug. Alright.
Our new allies are machines like us.
This is getting tedious, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I had an iToy as well. I think I only played one game on it. It's just that iToy Play thing that came with it.
Yeah, there were 3 of them. In the end, iToy Play,
yeah.
1, 2, and 3.
I just had the first one.
I remember we were really into it, and then the Wii came along and just kind of superseded it, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ahead of its time. I had that hoverboard game. I remember playing it a little bit with my mum, but I don't remember it being particularly good. So don't worry.
Alright, there we go.
Play Airblade instead, a launch title for PS2.
Airblade. Oh, I might have played it once. Like a demo. I've been looking at like the 360 launch titles. And it's a weird mix.
I think that Cameo is
yeah, it is.
one.
And Banjo, I still remember when the teaser came out for it, and there was this heavy implication it would just be another Banjo game.
Yeah.
And it's like, nope. Not at all.
What else was the launch title?
I think Project Gotham Racing. Which, I mean, yeah, it's a car sim. But it's funny how indelible car racing sims are to Xbox, because you got to think of like exclusives, and it's like they don't have that stable of characters that Sony does.
Yeah.
So you often see like just a car in like the lineup.
Like that year at E3 where they revealed some car.
Oh yeah,
like,
a literal car. That's right. I remember that.
It's like who gives a fuck?
Someone does. Like, I just imagine like someone in their marketing team has like done that research and figured out there's this kind of player that we've dreamt up as part of our, proposals, our study cases, who is going to be thrilled at seeing a real car.
Yeah.
They love the real world connotation, I guess.
Reese, I might be wrong. I think Geometry Wars was an Xbox Live Arcade game, maybe? At first? I might be totally wrong about that. I'm also trying to figure out what's going on in this.
Now they've summoned Dark Makers, which are these weird looking things.
Great to drop that on you in the last phase.
Yeah, I know. Escalation, baby.
Did he just call you an eco freak?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean,
But
being an
that's
eco
coming
freak
from
has
you.
worked really well. I mean, like maybe
Yeah.
it helped me beat him last time? Arguable.
He's also a half robot.
I know, it's like, eco bad, robot, what's the, augmentations? Oh, that's fine. It's just an odd stance to take. Seems a bit inconsistent. Alright, here we go. Oh, he mad.
Damn, he got away.
See you later, mechanator. Jack, the sky is falling.
I hit the audience button. We picked up another light crystal out of nowhere. It just falls out of Errol. And so we've got another one.
We took it to that robot
And now new
goon
secrets are
kicked his
available.
nuts and bolts.
Errol,
That's a good time to put them in.
shut down his robot
Yeah,
factory.
big time.
That's good, but it is troubling to see what Errol is doing. I fear he may be trying to awaken that terrible dark ship before we can destroy it.
Onan says the precursors and dark makers have fought over worlds for as long as time has turned. It would not be the first time a planet was lost to those
I
monsters.
think we know
Well,
this.
it's not gonna be this planet.
Yeah, he sounds like he can't decide whether he's
Just gotta
Scottish or
find a
like
way to
South
destroy
American.
that
That's
thing.
true.
The truth lies at the bottom of the catacombs. That's where I need to go.
Kill.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
we
they
got-
just quietly hand me a weapon upgrade.
Also, we got information across via a
Please help
cutscene.
us. Errol's
Oh, no.
attacking the monk temple.
Never mind.
He wants the secrets we have kept concerning the Dark Makers. Please hurry. If he learns what he seeks, it could undo this world.
I was gonna say we got a mission that wasn't from one of those spooky boxes, but right on time. Right
Oh,
on
it
fucking
heard
time.
you. Like, oh yeah! We need to do more of those. We can't
forgot we
save enough
didn't-
money.
We already made the mission, but it's already a cutscene.
Yeah, as per usual. Yeah, it's a cool mission. We're going back to that temple. You remember that temple where we inexplicably just kept coming back to and did invisibility powers in?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that one.
They're like, remember someone told you to go here? It's like, no. Also, this is like the end of San Andreas.
Yeah, yeah.
The LA riots are going on.
Entirely true.
What's the city called? Haven?
Haven City. Yes.
Haven City riots.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a Los Santos vibe, I suppose. Not really. So, like, do you think you'll stick with 3 now that you've had your memory jogged and you're
Yeah,
back in that
yeah.
world? Yeah. You want
I
to
haven't
finish the
played enough.
narrative? You reckon?
I don't know. I haven't been playing it long enough to make a decision.
Sure.
But yeah.
Mm.
But I am enjoying it. It is good. Fun.
Yeah. It's not, like, how long since you had played a GTA of that age?
Oh, I played San Andreas like last year.
Last year, rather.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 3 specifically. Like, it's not just that gameplay style. It's that setting. It's that.
Yeah, I haven't played 3 since I was a kid.
And that silent protagonist is just so compelling, obviously.
Claude.
Isn't it weird how he's in San Andreas as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they give him a name and everything. It's weird. And he's still mute. And CJ at one point is like, that fucking mute!
And he gets together with the character that you go on dates with CJ. And at the start of GTA 3 is her trying to murder him.
Yeah.
It all flows together. It's like poetry. They rhyme.
It's like poetry. There we go. The houses know what they were doing. Okay. So back to Spargus. We gotta get ourselves.
Is that what the
a
temple's
car
called?
first. Sorry?
Oh no, I thought. What's the temple called?
The temple's just the temple. It's like the monk
Okay.
temple. It's not like the city of Spargus. They don't give it a special name.
Yeah.
Anyway, back in the Dune Hopper.
When do we get to meet Dad?
Well, who knows? Who knows? Maybe it is in this game, maybe it isn't.
What is it in Jack Racing? Is it?
I'm trying to think if there's any major plot twists in Jack X. Not that I'm aware of. Like, series-wide implications. I don't know.
Jack.
I've only played a little bit of Jack X. And it's like, it's alright. It's pretty much what you would expect if they took this Jak 3 driving stuff and tried to make a whole game around it. It's like, okay. Like, it's not superseding Mario Kart necessarily, but like...
Yeah, it is what it says on the box.
Yeah, 100%. Combat racing. There's your racing. There's your combat. Pay us money.
Oh, hello, Alice.
Oh, hello, Alice. How's she been today?
I don't know. What have you been up to today, Alice? She was crying in the shower earlier.
Oh, when she was in the shower.
She was just standing in the shower and I walked in. She's like...
She done that before?
Yeah, it's pretty stock standard.
Pretty standard for Alice. Okay.
Yeah.
As long as you're not alarmed. Yeah.
No, she just likes to scream.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Alan, I imagine, is less of a screamer, from what you've told me. Yeah.
Alice likes to get information across by trying to talk to you.
Yeah. I love any clip that's like,
just
oh,
my nose.
Did she lick your nose?
Yeah, just on the stream.
Oh.
Give me a little kiss.
That's sweet.
You like Alice?
It's nice when a cat trusts you completely.
Hey. I don't trust her not to buy fucking cables.
Oh, yeah.
Say goodbye, Alice.
Oh. Oh, well. She knows the rules. Well, she should.
She knows the rules, and so do I.
Alright, we've done that challenging car platforming puzzle. We are approaching the temple.
That green light in the horizon, obviously a reference to the Great Gatsby.
Yeah, exactly.
I had to write a bit in like HSC assignment about what the green light is a metaphor for.
I wish I could remember, but someone did the tweet as though, like, the boat born over that endless horizon is Gatsby getting away on a speedboat going, "They'll never take me alive!" And it's like a cliffhanger for the sequel. I'll have to find the exact wording, but... Oh, okay.
Oh.
You guys are here. Piss off.
So what are these guys?
Dark Makers. Okay. So they're like, boots on the ground for the dark star that's like coming to kill the Earth. And I think these guys are just gonna spawn infinitely, so I need to just make a hustle. Yeah.
It's like at the end of Fable 1, where those dudes with the big like double-ended blades just start spawning all over the place. If you remember that.
Reese says these enemies have real deviant art vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. Like a dark version of like they played the first game and they looked at those precursors and were like, let's do our own dark version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That being said, Jak 3 has big deviant art vibes. But these guys more so.
Yeah, that's fair to say. Okay. What are we doing?
That could be in spawn, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, a purple eco vent. Oh no, is that
yeah,
dark
that's
eco?
dark eco.
Yeah. I was about to say, we haven't seen purple eco before.
No. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay. It's Dark Strike, which we use in very specific contexts.
There's a vent in case you fuck this up and don't know how to use it. Which
is, like, clearly inevitable. Clearly, like, playtests happened and they were like, oh shit, we don't use these powers nearly enough for the player to reasonably expect the player to remember them. So here's a prompt every single time.
It's like that PS2, the Chamber of Secrets game.
Oh yeah.
PS2.
Can't say I have played that version. No.
It's good. It's really cool.
Because, of course, Chamber of Secrets for PS1 and Chamber of Secrets for PS2 are distinct games.
Yes.
As is the Game Boy version. Apparently the Game Boy version of at least the Philosopher's Stone is a proper, like an RPG.
Oh yeah, Bianca's talked about this. I think it's Prisoner of Azkaban is like the RPG.
Well,
Philosopher's Stone might be as well, but I know that that's the one that Bianca played.
I'd be curious to check it out.
But yeah, the PS2 version, so you're running around Hogwarts. And the spells that you are getting, like, the vast majority of them are just things to get past, like, a puzzle or just a thing that will open up a new area.
Like the equivalent of, like, a new gadget in Zelda. It's like, oh, you've got the hookshot spell now. Hookshot armors. Yeah.
I haven't played enough Zelda to know, but I assume that those come in handy in other instances.
Well, you've played a Metroidvania, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the same
these are
concept.
just like, now you can unlock this very specific thing that's been blocking away.
Oh, a red door key, huh? Well, I know how to deal with all those red doors I've been seeing up until now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the master spells. I don't know, it's very weird, but you can. What's really fucking cool about that game is you can pull out a broom and just fly around the castle.
Oh, that's cool. That I respect that. Big time. That's like they sit down at the start of development. They're like, "What are the basic things we want to be able to do in this game?" And someone's like, "Fly a broom around Hogwarts." It's like done. Whatever else happens, the player will be able to do that. And indeed, it is so.
That game also had one of the scariest moments for me in a video game very early on. So something else that's cool about that game is there's also like hidden passages and shortcuts all around the place.
Yeah. Oh, like Hogwarts. There you go.
Like Hogwarts, yes. It's really fucking cool, by the way. This game. It's really
shame
goofy.
It's Harry Potter by Joanne Rowling. Yeah. That's. Yeah.
I know what every Harry Potter game is, by the way. I have one of those late third-person shooter games, like.
Oh yeah. And Pearly, our mate Pearly, played through them all, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I going to say about Harry Potter? I'll think about it while we watch this cutscene.
Okay.
Once again, you stand before me, brave one. And once again, your heroism shall be rewarded. I give you a new light power, one which will help you reach new places.
Oh, double jump?
Only
Oh my god!
Angel wings.
Oh my fucking god.
Boom. So you got to time X button presses for it to work right.
Oh, right. Interesting.
Boing. Boing. Otherwise you just float down to the ground.
Yeah.
It is interesting. It's kind of cool.
This is cool.
Yeah. This is like the one Light Jak power that's cool to have. Everything else is just kind of like, well, healing is just going to make the combat situations easier.
Yeah. How do you access this?
How do you access it? Hold down L2 and then press X.
So you can just do this whenever?
If you have Light Eco, yeah. In the same way as if you have Dark Eco, you can become Dark Jak.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking cool.
It's neat. Yeah.
Excuse me for 2 minutes.
Of course.
I think one of the cats has used the bathroom recently.
Oh dear. Yeah, deal with it. Do it now.
Oh, this isn't a. They've gone in the right place.
Oh, okay.
There's no matches.
Right.
It's a small pump.
Yeah, as long as there's no stain back into the carpet. It's Coco, your cat, right, Reese? Also, I just realized these angel wings look like the angels in Diablo 3. Correct. You know what? Anytime I've seen something related to Diablo 3's angels, fuck. I think I've had that in the back of my head, and I don't think I've realized that until now. Alright, well, just as well Brendon's not having to watch time flaps for maximum flight. Yeah, Coco. What's Coco like? Is Coco more of an Alice or an Alan? Are they like loud and skittish and cable bitey, or are they just calm and a collected co-worker? Or somewhere in between? I like to hear these things. Because I don't think I'm up to owning a cat myself. I like dogs. I can deal with dogs for sure. So it's just a matter of, like, you know, they're just happy all the time and you just gotta marshal that. Whereas cats, you gotta live up to.
Alright.
All dealt with?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah, they look like angel's wings from lots of stuff. Diablo is a good one. I'm trying to remember the name of that. There was some MMO where everyone had angel wings. What was it?
Oh.
It started with E. It's not EVE Online though.
No. There's not many MMOs, that's the thing. EverQuest?
No, not EverQuest.
I didn't think so.
I might be off with the M thing. MMO. I'm gonna type in MMO angel wings.
Okay. there can't be that many that fit, yeah.
Aeon?
Oh. What year is this? What year are we talking?
2009.
Okay.
There's a Wired article called "Ion MMO is more than WoW with wings."
There you go. All right. Here's our friend the monk. What have I got to say?
Errol has learned how to connect with the Darkmaker ship. If he can awaken its terrible cargo, he will unleash horrors beyond our deepest nightmares. Not all is lost. I hid the most important artifact from Errol. I was wrong about you. You have the balance needed to save us.
It's a Millennium item.
As rubber-wearing, completely freaky, beyond bizarre, paint-faced, super weird monks go, you're all right.
I have now seen the truth, and I am at peace. At least I was granted the gift of seeing the face of my creators. Thank you, little one.
What?
Okay.
Wait, she's saying they're the creators?
Who's they?
Jack? That's not what she was saying, was it? It sounded like that she was like...
It really did sound that way, didn't it?
And what I thought that meant was that this was going to be...
Oh, hang on.
City. The scope's picking up
Oh,
major movement out over the water. It's not a storm. It's something else. My guess is it's connected to those dark satellites we've seen. You're the best gunner we've got, Jack. This is your chance to repay your life debt. Get back here as soon as you can.
Yeah, I thought it was literally going to be a reference to Evangelion, where somehow the precursors were going to bring about whatever this apocalypse is, but Jack was going to recreate the world. Yeah.
This does not end like Evangelion, I will say that much.
Fair.
Though what could, you know? Yeah. Even if they tried.
But, yeah. But you can see how the story from Mass Effect... Oh, that's nice.
I know.
The story of Mass Effect 1 and this, you can see where the comparisons I was making. Well, not one necessarily, but like the Mass Effect series in general. There's an apocalyptic event from some precursor race.
Yep.
Who wants to start the galaxy anew, or whatever, wherever we are.
I was watching like bits and pieces from the Avengers movie, just on YouTube, you know, just because I finished WandaVision. So I was like, in that way, just sort of having watched a full Marvel thing, still kind of vaguely empty, the way Marvel leaves you. And just something about Thanos saying, I will shred this universe down to its last atom. It's like, oh shit, that's kind of why I like these movies. They're just inexplicably good sometimes, like that. Like the writers they get on, they know what they're doing. They're just workmanlike, you know? They just make a basically competent experience. And,
hopefully they break out of the Josh Whedon formula a little bit.
As in, yeah, because I mean, Joss Whedon's no longer with them, but like,
yeah.
What do you reckon are the remnants of Joss Whedon?
Random conversations, random funny little conversations. I mean, they are character building,
like
but
trying to be funny when it's not really appropriate.
Well, just repeating that same. Like, have you seen Solo? Because it's like
No.
It's written like a Joss Whedon superhero movie.
Okay. Yeah, like just irreverence where it's not needed. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier is really gunning for something like that. Because the ads constantly have like Falcon and Winter Soldier like kind of jibing with each other and being kind of Hobbs and Shaw-ish. And it's like, I don't know. I never really got that vibe from either of them.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would dislike each other. Anyway. I guess we'll see in like a week or so when that show premieres. They got so many shows lined up for Disney Plus. It's crazy. Like I watched the announcements again. Just again, vaguely unsatisfied.
And they're all shows because Solo flopped a little bit.
Oh no, I don't mean Star Wars. I'm talking about Marvel.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Still a massive flow-on effect.
Right.
Is what
I'm glad they're doing She-Hulk as a series. Like one of the very few comics I've read. Like I got told the Dan Slott run of She-Hulk is inexplicably really good, and I'm like, what? She-Hulk just sounds like a dumb idea for a character. Why is that supposed to be any good? So I read it, and it's actually quite good. It's a legal procedure. It's like she's working at a law firm and taking care of superhero-related cases, and there's like bits like Spider-Man sues J. Jonah Jameson for defamation, And it's actually pretty funny and cool. And it's a similar kind of Phoenix Wright vibe of her like having to resort to unusual means to get confessions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good.
Like Interrogator Parrot.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's not bad.
It's got a good size.
Reese says, I want Miss Marvel. And you're getting it. That's another thing you're getting. Alright. You remember this, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's the same thing, but we're fighting AT-AT walkers from Star Wars.
Does look like a Reaper a little bit.
It does. Yeah, that's a fair comparison. Like, even without having looked at the Reapers recently, it's absolutely a fair comparison. Hello.
There is a Reaper in Mass Effect 1 that's just flying around.
Yeah, fine. Okay.
People assume it's a spaceship. Spoilers. It's not.
I think I spoiled myself enough on 3's, like, infamous endings, quote unquote, to not really mind Mass Effect spoilers too much, personally. I am enjoying experiencing the series through you, you know?
There's
1 I
much
played all
more
the way
about the
through,
journey.
and 2 I just kind of, I'm sure is really, really good, like people say it is, but I just haven't got the patience for it at the moment. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I will be playing through 2 as well, so don't worry.
Yeah, sure. I'd be happy to watch it that one. You can only play so many games in full, you know? You gotta pick and choose.
The ending of 2 is super, super good. But yeah, it's about the journey. It's about the much like a Joss Whedon film. It's about the fun conversations in the middle of the thing with your
played
friends.
the demo for Andromeda. It didn't seem that bad. I would not think it's a disaster. Honestly.
I don't love it. It's not. It's definitely not a disaster at all. I think that's such a bad rap.
Yeah,
a much worse rap than it deserves.
I mean, the state of it at launch, sure. You know, a lot of games are like that, and it's fair to call them out for it. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's just
the combat's fun. You feel much more like a space wizard.
Nice.
Well, when I played a biotic. Yeah. So.
Yeah, a bionicle.
So I was very sad because they teased at the very end of that game. They teased an introduction of Quarians because there's no Quarians in that game.
Oh.
But yeah, I assumed that was going to be a DLC because the Quarians are cool.
That is a shame.
And
They just mention them a lot in 1, right? They don't, or do they? Wait, is Talia a Quarian?
Yeah, Tali is a Quarian.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like Tali, so it's a shame. Would have been nice.
There is a part in, I can't remember if it's Mass Effect 2 or Mass Effect 3, but you basically have to be Tali's lawyer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you have
Is
to
it the
defend
kind of
her
thing
in
if Bianca was playing, she'd put on the Phoenix Wright music like she did on KOTOR that one time? Is it that in-depth or no?
It goes for a while, yeah, I'll do
Okay.
it. I will, but it's definitely going to be worth putting that on.
Okay, cool.
You ever see a Quarian's face? No. I think if you romance her in Mass Effect 3, there is a scene where she shows her face to Shepard.
Oh yeah.
And people hacked the game, people have gone to the game files and turned the camera around to see what was under there, and it's just another mask.
Sure. Like, why would you render a full face and then just hide it? Yeah.
There's a picture with her face in it, like a picture frame in the game, but it's very low res. You can't really see very well. So there you go.
Presumably, like, there's such an alien race that it's not like a recognizably human-featured face. Is that the impression that they give, or?
No, it doesn't really matter what their face is. I think they're kind of supposed to look like fox people a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the idea is that I can't remember exactly how, but something got fucked up, and something got fucked up with their DNA or something, but they can't breathe anywhere else without unless they have the mask on. So
okay.
They all wear masks all the time.
I did it, Jack.
Sign of possibility. Times are grim, but when I was the leader of Haven City, times seemed grim then too. Take hope. Even the smallest weed finds shelter within the rocks.
Wait, you were once the leader of Haven City?
I came to the throne during the middle of the Metalhead Wars.
Oh, I didn't ask for your life story.
And banished me to the wasteland.
But you gotta get it anyway.
You know.
The rest you know, and then I fucked your mother.
Final battle amulet.
They
You
get
are
back
one
to
of us
you.
now. That war amulet is a
Yes,
beacon.
me, not your mother.
If ever you need us,
Very
use it to call,
shagadelic.
and we will be there. And from me, a welcoming gift. This rare precursor armor is said to have been
Oh,
made by
yes.
Mar himself. I
It is
will
also
take
the
it
last
to
piece.
son,
Oh my
but
god.
right now, you should wear it in this difficult
Fuck
time.
you.
Thanks. I don't have anything for you.
You give us all hope, Jak. That is gift enough. Welcome to the clan.
Do you get a set bonus? That'd be cool. If
You do get the last bit of health upgrade that the armor does anyway. So yeah. It's nice. It's the most relevant collectible in the game, really.
Yeah.
All these other crystals are just like, alright.
But yeah,
Got
something that's cool about Mass Effect is that you do learn like quite a lot about the major races, which is cool. There's a lot of information in those backstories.
What are the names of the weird elephants that talk like, you know, query?
I can't remember.
You know. Yeah, I like
Sorry.
those guys. They're funny.
But you learn.
Elcor.
I've been saying, yeah, Elcor. That's it. I've been interchanging Quarian and Turian. Tali is a Quarian. Garrus is a Turian, and you learn that Turians are basically the same as humans,
Nice.
despite how different they look, which is interesting.
Okay, we got to go back to Haven City now, and back to that forest with the weird little telescope and the hoops and those things. That's what we're doing next. Not that the game will tell you
telescopes and the
until you
hoops.
actually rock up to Haven City, but
Yeah,
yeah.
you can hijack this vehicle.
Oh, I wish, but no. I will simply skip the cutscene that takes us over there. Like, presumably you weren't able to do on the PS2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. But one of these cars I can hijack. Maybe they should have called it that hijack. And,
Oh my god.
Made it extra
Yes.
edgy. You know, just send a message to the youth. This isn't your mother's Jackson.
Oh, no.
So.
Send a message to Konami.
Yeah.
What is playing on my phone? Sorry.
Did you say "Hey Google" by accident, or?
Oh god. No. I'm just gonna put my phone on silent.
We
Oh,
lost
okay.
this war a long time ago. Stand clear. We've got a
Yes. In the growth zone.
Yeah, growth zone. 100% gross.
We've driven through this place a lot of times
We have
at this point.
at this point. Yeah, in this game alone, you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because every time we go through it, I think about how beautiful it once was. Until it all went fallow.
I agree. All right. All right. Yeah. I
Oh, in the
remember
little
this now.
forest zone. Okay.
They're like, oh my god, things taking over the forest. It's awful. Blah. All right, give me a cannon. Let me hijack it.
Very good.
It is good. I know it is. So another turret section. Why not? They worked so well the first time. And I can hold down the button this time, which is nice. On that turret in Spargus, I had to like press the R1 button for every bullet. Which got a bit tiring. On my poor finger. But here I could just fire away. And I only have to worry about overheating. It's pretty much the same mechanics, just ported over from 2. And it's not going to be the last time they do that.
Cool.
Yeah. You think, yeah, it is wild how little, you know, you go from Jak 1 to Jak 2, such, same engine, but so radically different, and 2 to 3, they're just like, yeah, let's just wrap up the story.
Emphasis
Players
on
what they want.
radical.
Yeah, very radical. No, there's no hoverboard skate park, sadly, in this one. No
I
chance to do
feel like
citrus.
this area is like the equivalent. But
Oh,
current-
true. Yeah, they figure they get in your skateboard antics that way.
Yeah.
Alright. Hang on, let me heal up. Well, now that I've got the 360 as well, I'm tempted to get American Wasteland. Just for myself, because I love the Tony Hawk games growing up.
I only played it, I only rented it. That's the only time I've played it, so yeah, I would like to do that as well.
There isn't a demo for it on the Xbox store, but there is a demo for Proving Ground. The one that came, I think, immediately after?
No, not good.
It's not good?
No.
Okay, you've tried that one as well.
Oh yeah, I rented that one too.
Yeah. What's such a letdown about it?
I can't remember. I remember it being real bad though. Like it's a totally different engine. Like it just doesn't even feel. It doesn't feel right. I think they took away they stripped down the features.
Yeah, with a game like Tony Hawk, it's got to feel right.
Yeah.
More than anything. No, I gotcha. And as a kid, you just know. I remember actually my cousins had a 360, and we still only had a PS2, so I was naturally pretty curious as to what they had. And they had Cameo. And I was like, and me liking anything with like cartoon eyes or anything, like Jak and Daxter, really, I was still loving Jak and Daxter. I was like, is that game good? And they're just like, no, it's not. and I'm like, oh, you sure? Like, what's bad about it? They're like, well, I don't know, it sucks. So yeah, sometimes it's just a feeling. I gotta defeat these dark flowers on the walls here. But these extra enemies are making it difficult. I want to make sure I don't blow up like I'm about to.
Project 8 also bad.
Project 8 is bad. Rightio. Thank goodness I don't have to start from the top.
What even is that thing on the right?
On the right?
Yeah, the thing that you're trying to collect or destroy. One of the sticks.
For fuck's sake. Oh my god! It worked before! No, they never clarify. Just dark, evil generators.
Okay.
I don't know. Make up your own nonsense turn. Naughty Dog would've. You know, the lore ain't that deep.
It's very deep and not deep at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is what you want.
What? Yeah.
Why are these magic things fucking shooting turrets?
It's almost like they had the turrets rendered from the last game and wanted to repurpose them and knew the context didn't fit, but we're like, stuff it, we gotta push this game. We gotta ship. Do what you must.
It looks like it controls like there's points in Jak 1 where you are controlling like what feels like a turret, but you're just trying to find like a point to align like a beam. If you remember those, I don't know if you remember that sequence. But it looks like it controls the same, even though you're not shooting anything.
Like, I get it. Like, you know, taking shortcuts in programming is not necessarily a bad thing at all. Like, you look at those. You look at those videos that come up with just like, oh, Spider-Man, when they were showing it off at E3, the puddles looked really nice, and in the final game they don't look as nice. What are you hiding, Insomniac? Why with the false advertising? You know, and it's like, no, they. It's fine. Puddles are not a big sacrifice. If they needed to do that, or make the game better, you know, or keep the puddles and make the game demonstrably worse by leaving something out, it's like, I know what choice I would make. Plus, and at the end of the day, it's just fucking puddles, dude. That's not me exaggerating, by the way. It literally was about puddles. They were like YouTube thumbnails with the puddles circled. You know what I mean?
I know there was a lot of complaints about Bioshock Infinite as well.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. Just about what kind of game it was going to be. But that's like story material and stuff like that. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a thornier deal.
People still talk about that, though.
I imagine. It's like people who are still hung up on Last Jedi.
Oh, yeah.
And like Kathleen Kennedy and all that.
I do like making jokes about blaming Kathleen Kennedy for like everything.
Kathleen Kennedy wrote They Fly Now. She was on set and she demanded it.
Oscar, get in here.
In fact, JJ objected, but then she's like, well, JJ, you know who's cutting your checks. Anyway, have a good day. Have a good filming day.
I don't know if you realize, JJ, but they fly now.
It's very smart. It's very witty. My son will be thrilled. I don't know if she has to say.
Killzone 2 is the other one. Killzone 2 looks great.
Yeah, Killzone 2 is... Yeah, that's a classic example.
It does still look good though. I don't know if it looks good now in hindsight.
Well, it's all trapped on PS3, isn't it? It's like Resistance, which is the Insomniac franchise of the PS3 that wasn't Ratchet & Clank. And I missed it completely because, of course, I didn't have a PS3. I'm just curious now. Did you ever play Killzone or Resistance or any of those?
Yeah, too.
shooters?
I've talked about this before. Yeah, I finished Killzone 2's story and really loved the multiplayer. It's like
the multiplayer, yeah.
Yeah, one of the first first-person multiplayer shooting games I played online.
The first-person shooter multiplayer thing I loved was Half-Life 1 LAN matches with my brothers, just in our house. So just the three of us walking around, and it's Half-Life, so you know what all the sound effects sound like, right? You know, people have made meme videos out of them. Just imagine that, but it's just the three of us dicking around, and like using the crowbar to paint pictures on the wall and stuff. Because the dents are formed every time you whack the wall. So it's almost like making art out of bullet holes, kind of.
I remember that, yeah, the thing about Killzone 2's multiplayer is that there's like two sides. One has like orange lights on their head and the other has blue lights. And I found that if you're on like the human team and you're shooting at the orange lights, it's a lot easier to see them than the blue ones. So I feel like there's a massive advantage that one team has. It might have just been me, but that's what I always found.
I'd be interested to read more about it.
Wonderful, Jak. I knew that machine was special.
Get out of my head.
Oh my god.
Jak! I'm losing you, buddy!
It's linking me into the Darkmaker ship systems.
I bet it is.
Jak! Jak!
Oh my god, do we get to play inside?
Does this look familiar to you?
I can control some of the machines.
No,
Does this look familiar?
Oh, like Kingdom Hearts?
No. From Jak 2.
I don't remember.
Oh, do you remember us going to like...
very end?
Yeah, the underwater sections in Jak 2?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's the exact same machine, and it had nothing to do with the Darkmakers, but here we are, just controlling the same thing. Yeah, they palette swapped it, Reese. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
It's just very funny. Like, it's like, okay, well, if it's a more fun game, I guess.
Like everything looks fine. Like it's fine, but for Naughty Dog, it's just surprised the corners that were cut.
Yeah,
the decisions
that's
made.
it. It feels uncharacteristic of them. You're right.
Yeah.
Now I'm just trying to remember how to get the fuck out of here. Oh, I had to kill all the guys. See, I remembered where the exit was, but I didn't remember how to actually open it. Anyway. Oh yeah, this. Oh yeah, I got to, yeah. I think that's it. I think I just gotta let it blow up now, don't I? Right?
Sounds like the Aldi checkout noise.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't taken note of the Aldi checkout noise, I'm gonna say.
Oh, you gotta go.
I've been, I just don't remember how the checkouts sound.
Is the top bar your health bar?
Yes. Yes, it is. Not immediately obvious, but yeah. I think it was the same in 2, yeah. This is very crash-bladed, this area.
I was just about to say that. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Very crash.
Yeah. Just something about the pattern, it's just slightly unusual.
Yeah.
It's not something you see in any other game. Like, laser cycle obstacles, yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, a standard trope, but something about this pattern is just like, oh, okay. Gotta think a little.
What the fuck is even going on the screen? Like, where did we go? Where did we go wrong?
It's linking me into the Darkmaker ship, said Jak very helpfully.
I mean, I know, but at the same time, what? What?
I don't know. It's prophecy, baby.
It looks like we've started playing a very different game.
Yeah, we've started playing Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
like a mech
or
section
just
from that.
some weird alien mech game.
I am the Eggman.
Because there's no UI either, other than the health bar at the top.
Yeah.
To indicate what this is.
Yeah, they're good at that, just not giving an apt. Like, do you remember, like, when we beat Cyber Errol before? We went through a portal, and then we were just back at HQ.
Yeah.
We followed Errol through a portal, and it's like, we didn't address the question of surely we'll just turn up wherever Errol went. It's just, they're back at HQ suddenly. It's just very funny. Riding on the run, as always. They're both new metal video games, yeah. This does have Shadow vibes, says Reese. Yeah, I'm glad you backed me up on this. I'll have to stream Shadow the Hedgehog one of these days. It's not... It's stupid as hell, but I kind of like it. I can get into it. Did you play much Sonic the Hedgehog games over the years at all?
No.
You were old enough to know.
I've played a cumulative, maybe hour of Sonic in my life, if that.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough.
I have a memory of going to a kid's house in primary school.
Yep.
And him having a Sega and me watching him playing it.
Was it like 8 or 16-bit?
Oh, it was, I think he was playing Sonic 1.
Sure.
So, which one that was? So it was the Genesis?
Yeah. It's just they released, for Sonic 1 and 2, they also released 8-bit versions on the Master System.
Oh, I don't remember.
I only know that because growing up, I had the 8-bit version of Sonic 2. So what everyone else's Sonic 2 is different to my Sonic 2.
Yeah.
And they're both good. They're both really good. And they both got a vibe.
Yeah, I don't remember, sorry.
Yeah, that's alright.
I played a little bit of Sonic... not Sonic Mania. A not good one. Forces? Yes, Sonic Forces.
Yeah,
also.
right. Where was that?
Oh, I have it. I do want to go back to it, but that's the one where you can make your own persona. And
Yeah.
like, I must have this.
That's it. I love the Donkey vid where he just makes his own Sonic. He just uses it to make Sonic again. It's very funny. Oh, hello. That was a miss. Ah, no. Okay. I'm not landing these. Alright. Smash it. Okay. One more time. Forward.
I played Shovel Knight though.
Shovel Knight. That's
I'm not very good at it though.
Yeah. So when you say Shovel Knight, you mean just the base game Shovel Knight, or like?
Yeah.
Yeah. None of the expansions that they put out.
Yeah. So, the Super Best Friends were like super early, like backers of that, and they like plugged the shit out of it because they just really loved it.
Yeah. Cool.
And that's so I heard about it like ages ago. So I know like a lot about the game. I don't know if you're aware of with the Super Best Friends. There's a bunch of indie video games out there that have the same character that they made in it.
Right.
Called Zubaz or the Baz, who was an unused Street Fighter character. And they did this thing where they would like back Kickstarter things where you could put your own character in the game.
Oh yeah.
And there's a bunch of games with him in it. Shovel Knight is a boss. The Baz is a boss in Shovel Knight. He's in Dive Kick as a character, and there's like a ton more.
Yeah.
I also played Shovel Knight on Wii U, lol.
That's a pretty funny way to use Kickstarter tiers, actually.
Yeah.
I respect that. That's cool. Just getting that random character into as many games is good. That's really funny.
But then games started putting it in there like without knowing like what it was about.
Right.
And they were fine with that.
Oh, okay.
But like it just spread to a bunch of games. Like they didn't have to pay people to put this character in there. It's just like it's a generic indie video game character. Anyway.
This next cutscene will be fairly informative.
All right. I'm very excited.
What the? Daxter?
What? What'd you see? Let me look. Hello, elevator. Bottom floor. Going up. Come on. I hate being short.
It just seemed for a moment, it looked like... No, it couldn't have been.
Sorry, when I say informative, I mean in retrospect.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, yeah, when this game's over, you're gonna look at that cutscene and be like, oh, I see.
My dad. My father.
Dexter is my father. There's actually an ad for the game around the time it came out, where you know, the saga ends with Jak 3, and it won't end like this. And then they showed Dexter being like, I am your father, Jak. It's true! And just having silly dialogue.
But it will end like that, what I understand. Oh, does this have a secret ending?
No, it does not. It was the one ending. No secret cutscene to unlock.
It doesn't
It's not like
segue.
Halo or Kingdom Hearts. I like how Halo has a secret ending where it's just Johnson hugging a what do you call it? One of the enemy guys.
Is it?
Yeah, Halo 1.
Halo 1, okay.
He's like, oh, Harold, come here, and he like hugs one of the grunts. It's just like as they blow up together, and obviously it's not canon because he comes back.
I played Halo 1 for the first time. Halo 1 and 2 for the first time. Maybe 2 years ago, roughly. Yeah. Played with our mate Nathan. We did the whole thing on the couch co-op with the remastered collection on Xbox One. And we did it on Heroic.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is the absolute best way to experience those games because I had so much fucking fun.
I think you said
old
that,
games are.
and I believe it. I'm sure that game is a lot more fun co-op.
And I did the same with Resident Evil 5 with a different friend.
Nice. Yeah, I started playing RE5 co-op with a mate, and then he moved away.
I will continue that with you if you ever want to do it.
Cool.
It's a lot
If you're keen to play it again, then great.
Yeah. Me and Tommy started Resident Evil 6, and playing it, I was like, this is the best. It controls so weird.
Yeah.
But it controls like a Metal Gear game.
Wow.
Like, once you understand how the controls work, you have a stupid amount of control over your character.
Yeah, right. Interesting. That sounds genuinely curious, because I just had nothing but crap about it.
Yeah. I mean, the story is dumb, but like, Resident Evil story's always been dumb.
And the other thing that's stood out to me is just the UI, how it's like kind of integrated into the world, kind of.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
It's just super unusual.
Yeah, rather than green herbs, like you were saying on your interface, like they're like little pellets.
Oh.
They show up on your thing, and it's like a little square indicating that you have a green herb healing ready to go.
Yeah. And they function the same way. It's just represented differently.
No, they do not function the same way. You have bits of health as well. Yeah. It's weird.
So yellow and red are out?
I don't think they have. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, because my reference point is RE4. Where they take up actual space and you got to mix them and you just hold onto them, you can make more potent brews.
Yeah. RE5 is the same, by the way. I'll let you have played a little bit so you know.
A little bit, yeah.
Who knows what Errol will try to do next with that dark ship?
I don't know.
We've got to take him out.
And I suppose you know how we can take him.
We have a plan, but it's risky.
Shoot him with a gun.
It couldn't be easy. No! And I'm sure we're on the short list to head up the mission, huh?
No, this one's tricky. I'm giving it to Torn and Jinx.
What? I suppose you don't think we're good enough, huh? You don't think we can do it?
Dax.
May I remind you that this team of Daxter, Jak, and Daxter have taken on just about every scary thing this world can throw at us for 3, count 'em, 3 adventures.
Daxter.
This is an outrage, Jak. We're the heroes. We're the
Once
ones
again,
on
very
cereal
meta.
boxes, for God's sake. And I'm about to release my own line of sports shoes. I've got a contract.
You're on the mission. Your job is to cover Torn and Jinx in a vehicle filled with explosives. Escort them to the metalhead section, and together you'll blow open the nest.
Well, why didn't you say so in the first place?
Jinx is the guy we helped out in an early mission. He was like, "Hey, Jackie boy." He was like holding a cigar in his mouth and shit. Anyway, turret mission. Just, you know, hit after hit in this last run. Trust me when I say, like, good story shit's happening. You know,
At least you're on rails.
Yeah, you are. That's right. It does make it a bit more tolerable. But looking after Torn, as we're doing here, because Torn's in the little eco carrier, is hard. He's already down to half health. I don't enjoy it. but we'll just try our best.
I don't even. Yeah, I can't really see what's happening too well.
It's fine. It's like a crap time crisis, I guess.
I get it. I'm pretty sure I played a Wii version of Dead Space, which is an on-rail shooter.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's an interesting thing in itself. I know about like Dead Space, Dead Rising. There's a Wii version, like Chop to Your Drop, it's called, and it's just Wii ports of things in general. It's just fascinating to me. So there's a Wii port of Dead Space. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a completely different game. And
but still with like, scary monsters going blah, like popping out of corpses.
I don't know. I didn't play it for very long.
Sure. Who would?
I played it at a mate's house for a little bit.
Yeah, right. I played it was like the GoldenEye follow-up. It was like the remake for Wii of GoldenEye.
Yeah, I remember that.
And like the person I was seeing at the time, like I was just at her place and we played it, and she was like really good at it because it was just one of the few games she actually played, and she was.
Yeah.
And I had to use the Zapper peripheral.
Yes. Best peripheral.
Yeah, like a good boyfriend. Just like take the disadvantage, I guess. The handicap.
I remember once after a night out in town, came back to my mate's place and we played Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2.
Oh yeah.
We only had one controller, so one of us had the nunchuck and the other had the actual Wii controller itself.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
we were playing it like that.
That's bizarre.
Because we were like, we had a big night. We were very drunk, so we didn't really care how well we were playing. It was a lot of fun.
That sounds fun. Yeah.
There is a in the game Heroes of the Storm, which I've been playing once again.
Which I think you're into. Yeah. You may
There's a character who. There's a character who controls like that.
The two heads, right?
Yeah, it requires two players to play. One player moves around, the other player does damage.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
So you're just protecting our mate who's about to die?
Yeah, but there's a checkpoint midway.
Oh, okay.
I now remember, so it's not going to be that bad if we die and get kicked back. It's not going to kick us back that far. And I think they realized that and played testing. We're like, oh shit, yeah, we can't make this be we can't have us have the player get tormented by this late in the game.
I'm looking forward to that in GTA 3.
Oh yeah. Yeah, GTA 3 is kind of brutal sometimes. I think all those games are of that generation.
Up until 5, yeah. But with the I think they fixed it for like Steam versions and stuff, because when I played San Andreas, you have the option to skip directly to missions, which saves so much time.
Fission mailed. Right, skip I thought you were going to say skip the train mission, which is like, surely they didn't do that. But
no.
I think many people wish they did, but...
So many precursor eggs up there.
I know. Yeah, you got to grind over there with the jetboard to get them.
Yeah. So they did that. But up until 5 in GTA games, it was really punishing. Like, you couldn't just restart a mission.
Well, you
had to go all the way back.
But really, what it was encouraging you to do was save scum. Just load up your save and do that again.
Even sometimes save scumming, like if you had to start a mission, sometimes missions start in the middle of the fucking desert, so like...
Yeah, and you have to drive all the way out there,
Yeah. Then you can't just restart it, you have to...
Yeah. And like, maybe there's a property nearby, but you don't necessarily have the money you need to buy it. Start from that save point.
That's gonna be fun. That shouldn't be too bad. Sorry, I think the map's too big.
Sorry, I'm just focusing.
Me too. I'm trying to figure out what's happening.
Well, Torn is being pursued by missiles that were shooting out of the sky. And there's Crimson Guards on the towers, which I'm shooting diligently, and Metalheads as well.
Oh yeah, baby!
And Sig is here as well, going, oh yeah, baby!
This is really helping.
Yeah, he's helping, that's right.
Here comes some more!
I know. Thanks, Sig. Okay. Shouldn't be much longer. We're like penetrating the Metalhead encampment, so we got to get to the Grossland, Haven City, and we've flown through many times.
No, is that? Oh, is that the Metalheads? Okay.
What? It's not the canon name, but you know what I'm talking about. So.
Yeah. He was just flying around in a circle, which.
Yeah, he was.
It's like, I thought I'd give you the scenic tour, Jak.
I thought I'd waste time and endanger mine and your life.
Surely you can level up your skills this way, Jackie boy.
I'm getting him confused now because Torn,
who talks like this,
and Jinx, who talks like this, Jackie boy. They have the same voice actor. In Mech, you'll learn.
Oh, I think I remember who Jinx is.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm gonna see what I can scrounge up. See you later, Jak.
Hey, come on.
Classic character. Absolute classic. Now we all know and love and remember and don't have to ask.
Don't assume that they're female characters.
Yeah. Same amount of love, that's right. Alright, here we go. Here we go. So now, start a cool next section of the finale.
Oh yeah, they hurting now. Move and groove, Chili Pepper.
All right, it's payback time. You ready to rock, Dax?
You mean go in that place? Jak, maybe I'll stay here and protect Sig.
Oh, that was the end.
Yep. What a button. Good button to that scene.
You received the supernova.
Yep.
What is that there?
It is the most powerful Peacemaker variant in the game. I'll demonstrate when we're surrounded by enemies. You know what? I'll demonstrate it now.
Oh, it's like a wave clear.
It's a Fallout. New Vegas. That's what that is. So yeah. Now we have every weapon in the game. You'll notice that there's, 3 per direction. So there's 12. 12 total.
Oh, it's 3 per direction, I see.
Yeah.
I love guns.
Yep. If you love Jak, you love guns.
A YouTube, Twitch streamer, I think his name's Hassan Nabib, I think his name. Hassan something, anyway.
Maybe I've heard of him, but...
Political shit. Anyway. That doesn't matter. I was watching the Republicans, the US Republicans trying to argue against minimum wage increases and stimulus relief and stuff. And this woman just went up and just started yelling about how the Democrats are trying to take her guns away. And it's like, bro, but that's not what's being debated at the moment.
I know. You think the Democrats have that much teeth? Like, Jesus.
No, unfortunately the Democrats don't even... Yeah, there's one dude who started yelling who was like, why are you talking about this? Can you just work with us and do something? And it's like, it's something that this dude brought up, is that raising the minimum wage and giving stimulus checks to people are very popular policies, and neither of the two big parties are for that policy. I mean, Democrats are, but they don't fight for it. They don't care. Like they let the Republicans win those battles because they fight tooth and nail to stop giving money to poor people.
Yeah, they fight tooth and nail to keep Bernie out of the primary. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Love to dwell on the turgid state of US politics, even with Trump out of there. Like, it's insane. Ree says, I'm 12 and guns are cool. Well, didn't know that about you.
That's cool for you.
I knew that about guns, I didn't know that about you. And I will note it. This is who watches us. 12-year-olds.
Buy our merch. If we were being watched by 12-year-olds, it would be so much more successful.
And then pass through policies with such exhaustive means testing that they benefit maybe like 6 people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Obamacare.
US politics sucks.
It does.
It's actually worse than Australia.
It's uniquely depressing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as bad as Australia gets, you won't match the OG, as they say. As someone says.
Yeah. Okay, what's the last name? I don't remember. Natalie from ContraPoints brought up something that I had considered, which is that when you're at home and you're thinking about how awful capitalism is and why we still have capitalism, the institution that we had prior to capitalism was feudalism, and how long it took to that transition from feudalism to capitalism took hundreds of years, and it will probably take a similar amount of time to transition into whatever we get next.
Yeah. Yeah.
UK or US politics more depressing. This week, UK politics is more depressing.
Oh, big time.
Because it's like, not only are you run by pedophiles, you're also run by racists.
And TERFs. You know, just people who just hate trans people with a passion. Who did Graham Linehan pop in on? Like, people were sharing photos of how fucked he looks now.
I'm not sure, but I saw something.
Yeah, and they had to remind him, like, look, this isn't your soapbox. Fuck off. Like, we don't care that you're blocked by Twitter.
Yeah. I saw Piers Morgan quit his TV show.
What a big boomer sook, hey.
Like, why would you? I don't know why anyone would defend that. There was a video of Ben Shapiro defending the Royals as well, and the point being made was like, it's the exact opposite of republicanism. Like, the name republicanism comes from wanting to be a republic, a la not part of the United Kingdom anymore. Like, there's nothing about being a conservative Republican that correlates with supporting the royal family.
Reese brings up a good point, that whatever he appeared on, it was a chance for people to confirm, yes, his marriage did break down because he was such an awful guy.
Yes, that's right.
Because he hates trans people so much. He ruined his own marriage.
Yeah, I was going to tweet about that, but I forgot. Imagine having to choose between having a wife or being a TERF, and choosing being a TERF.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Oh, man. It might also be a case of, like, not being able to admit when he's wrong.
Yeah.
Rather than still holding such shitty beliefs.
Because someone raised the point. It more or less started with someone saying, hey, this one joke we found in the IT crowd at the expense of trans people, that kind of sucks. Can you not? And that's what set him off. Like,
I thought it was because he was getting angry because some trans youth mental health service was getting public funding.
I think that was like a fallout of when he started doing all this.
Yeah, fair.
It was one of the many things he found time to be angry about.
Yeah,
to mobilize over.
And that triggered that H-bombers stream.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That was that other thing.
I think it was Mermaids as well, it's called.
Yeah. That spawned from the initial TERF shit. Yeah, Riss. Backs me up. Okay. Just climb in this tower full of metalheads. That's all we're doing. Well, dark makers, to be honest. Which seems like crossing the streams a little bit. Because it is, like, visibly a metalhead area. But we've got the aliens from outer space here. I don't know. Maybe there's a plan that I'm missing. I'm just milking all my kill everything buttons for all they're worth.
Wait, yeah, so you have multiple wave clear buttons now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, that spinning thing, I don't think that you actually have to hit things there, right?
You still have to actually hit things.
I think if your big spirit bomb actually is a wave click, like when the screen goes white. Yeah, I think that's actually, You know what I mean? Oh my god. Lost fight.
I'd love to see
your friends.
I have an appointment with the most powerful beings in the universe.
You're through, metal monkey! Don't make me come over there and sick Jack on you.
You're too late. I'm already awake in the Dark Maker ship. When I come back, I will be wielding the very power of the precursors. I'll see you boys soon.
Look at that, it's cool. It's amazing. It's reacting to the dark stuff. Ah, it's gonna blow!
Oh, yeah. Oh no, never mind.
Let's get out of here.
I thought there was gonna be like I had to escape in the time. Oh, slow-mo. Pretty cool.
Whoa.
Pretty epic, bro. For some reason, I was under the impression we had to escape in time, but no.
Yeah.
Just a cutscene.
It looked like there was something interesting going on, and then they made it not interesting. So.
All right. So we are in the final stretch. I'm gonna say there's 3 more major environments we got to get through, but they're not super huge, you know, not like Haven City huge or anything like that. It's just sort of 3 distinct stages.
Interesting.
Yeah.
3 stages of hell.
Yeah. It's Dante's Inferno. Without being the game Dante's Inferno, which I also want to play now that I've got 360. Holy shit.
What's for streaming next?
No, I will reveal what I'm streaming on Thursday nights next at the end of this stream. That is a fact. I was going to do something entirely different on Saturday, but I need a bit more time on that. So I'm only saying it here because I put it on the schedule. But no, I'm gonna do that next week after the new Thursday stream. So we got to get to we're going to Onan's hut first. I don't know why the game's making us do this. You commissioned someone to make a Medieval 3 so you could stream it. Yep, Reese has got it. That's exactly what's happening.
Can we commission video games?
Sure.
I'll give you a shout out.
Yeah.
If you make Medieval 3 for us.
It's like getting your OC drawn, it's fine. Because someone on DeviantArt could just mock it up in like a week. It's easy.
Yeah. I have 1,000 followers, I'll give you a shout out.
Like, it's just a Flash game, but you know, get what you pay for.
Jak, we're in serious trouble.
Onin says there are strange forces at work. Fate has been twisted by something more powerful than anything she has ever seen in her many years.
She's very happy about it for some reason.
Something now awake deep in the catacombs.
Let me guess. You blowhards want us to go down there. Correct.
Can we already talk about this?
On the metalhead side of the city.
Sometimes I really hate you guys.
Onin says she sees her fate turning black with uncertainty. Onin says it will be very dangerous indeed. Onin says Hecker will escort you to the catacombs and... What? What did you say?
You will be Onin's eyes and Jak's wisdom. You
Yep.
must do this.
Okay, fine. But I am gone the moment that things get sticky. You two, get to the catacomb entrance and take care of business. I'll meet you there when the coast is clear.
Don't mind the robots hanging out.
Okay.
Yep, so Catacombs. This is the first stage. I'm glad we got made to go to a random spot in the slums to figure that out. I guess, you know, we made the cutscene. We can't just transition to it, you know.
Yeah, didn't we recently have a conversation where Dex is like, I don't want to have to go down there. I don't think it was
he's done this like... I
Catacombs.
feel like he's done this many, many times at this point. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm a coward. Ooh, you know.
It's just being a fuckwit of this.
Yeah. And it feels like sometimes he is game to do it. And it's like it just changes depending on whether the writer wants to make a joke or not. Anyway.
Neil.
Yeah, Neil. Changes on a Neil Druckmann whim. That's exactly it. Okay. Also important news, Jamestown's evil Kirby has officially been named Warby?
Love it.
I mean, I prefer Werby personally, but fine. Yeah, look. It's cute.
Also, officially named by who?
His Twitter followers, I guess. I know he was putting out a straw poll before. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I didn't know if it was him or if it was, what's his face? Who's the Smash guy? Why can't I remember his name?
Sorry. Oh, Meta Knight?
No, the guy who made Smash.
Oh.
Who also
Sakurai.
made Kirby. Yeah, Sakurai.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Sakurai has to give the official naming.
Hmm. That's right. That's only fair. So last 2 characters for Smash, who do you want?
Sora. And...
They haven't had any Pokemon from Sword and Shield.
Ah, true.
I think it will be. Like, the one I'd place the most money on as an actual bet is Farfetch'd. Galarian Farfetch'd.
Yeah. Maybe Urshifu, though. Urshifu could be a thing.
I'd have to look up who that is, but I'm sure I'd recognize him.
It's a DLC.
By the way, speaking of James Turner race, this is my shirt.
Yeah.
James Turner shirt. It says, "Take it easy." So, enjoy that. Anyway, cutscene.
The only hombres tough and crazy enough to take on these things are the Wastelanders.
You're a genius.
Yeah, that trinket's worth about as much as you'd get from a broke-down pawn shop in Southtown.
Yeah.
Alright, well thanks for taking the time to establish that. I'm sure that won't be relevant for the rest of the game. Alright. So, this is what used to be the racing stadium.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And this, I think, is the definitive start to Naughty Dog's penchant for, like, absolutely fucked up urban environments where everything's broken. Which, of course, they know how to do very, very well.
Yeah, they did very well in Last of Us because everything's broken for, like, a reason. Like, you can see why something is broken and how it got into that place. I don't know if that's the case for this environment or not. Maybe you could follow.
But it feels... It's
it.
visually detailed, you know, if not narratively so.
Yeah, for sure.
The Last of Us had a uniquely good skill at, like, lacing the story of the environment you're in throughout the place, in, like, whether it's, like, audio logs and what have you. They're very good at that. As we've talked about at length, I'm sure. Oh yeah, remember this?
R1 to punch through, I think.
Oh, it didn't remind us this time. That's interesting.
Yeah,
maybe
they used it so often, you know now.
Well, maybe I was wondering maybe because we've reached this without quitting and loading the game, so it thinks it doesn't have to remind us. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how good their coding is at this point for that sort of thing. It's possible, I reckon. And you know, I would spend a lot more time here to pick up precursor eggs and stuff, but I don't want to take too long, so I am just getting through quick as sticks. That's a phrase.
Wings?
Sure.
Oh
yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna heal up.
Oh, that's a heal. I see.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna... Do I? Yeah. Boing. 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 Right? Am I going the right way? I think so. Alright. But yeah, you'll start to recognize the stadium that we once hung out in Jak 2, the further in we get. Like the garden at the front is completely gone, but...
Much like the destroyed stadium in Final Fantasy X. That becomes the room where the final summoning is.
Oh, I missed that bit of your playthrough. I don't think I've ever gotten that far in 10 either, so...
Yeah, so 10...
Furthest I got was the Seymour battle after you meet... Like, up in the mountains where the Dragoon character lives. I think I got stuck there and then... Yeah, got distracted.
It's the next stage after that.
Oh, pretty far.
So, like, FF10 is your, like, walking in a straight path, basically, that whole time. The stadium is the end of that path. It's a Blitzball stadium that you see at the start of the game.
Reese says, I didn't get the prompt text to press R1 to make progress because I didn't stand in the trigger volume. Which I will remember that phrase when we have game design discussions, so I can sound a bit more authoritative. Thank you.
So there's only less something triggers?
I mean, I assume so. What else could it mean?
Trigger volume.
Coming soon to Xbox. Not even Xbox Series X, the original Xbox.
Fuck you. I feel like more ads should say fuck you at the end.
Yeah, 100%.
Really encourages you.
I do remember back in like I want to say 2006, someone made like a satirical Bob Brown ad. Vote Bob Brown or fuck you. So that just sticks in my head because he doesn't know shit, but he's extremely pissed off. And I don't know if it was like a Friendly Geordie's rabbit anti-Greens thing or whether it had a point to make, but it was funny. I was too young to understand politics at that moment. Anyway. Yeah. Have you been seeing how, like, Friendly Geordie's now has, like, a fan community called the Common Sense Brigade, who are, like, stupidly dedicated to ruining the Greens' good times? Like, someone found a link to the Greens' sort of staff's Minecraft server. I think people who are, like, affiliated with the Greens have a Minecraft server, right?
Yeah.
And so someone got a hold of the server details and like, okay, do we want to raid the server? Who's in? Who's in? It's like, and there's like one or two lone voices saying, come on guys, let's grow up. Like,
Yeah.
we can object to the Greens policies and take them on and debate or whatever, what have you. But like, let's not go on their Minecraft server. Well, like, what are they? Teenagers? Yeah. It's fun seeing that someone's just screen capped it all, and yeah, it's pretty fun. Yeah, Reese saw it too. Because of course Reese and I share the same Discord, so we see the same shit at the same rate. Okay, how much further we gotta go? Alright, we gotta grind over these. Oh, there we go. We made an entire environment, and we are going to explore every inch of it, even if we're going the most expedient route.
These enemies kind of remind me of the monkeys in the stadium in Final Fantasy X as well.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, PS2 bedfellows. It's only appropriate, right?
They're the same colours.
Right here. Alright. I think we're getting to the end now. I think. Oh my god, stop it. Wait, oh, okay, never mind. One more press R1 to win button. Doorway. Random, just thinking of games from that generation. Did you play Metroid Prime? At any point?
I haven't played any Metroid games.
Any Metroid, period. Okay. I think you would enjoy those games. Hopefully they'll put out the trilogy on Switch. I think that's a no-brainer. Especially with Metroid Prime 4 on the way, so.
Where have you been? I've molted 3 times already, just waiting for you.
Gross.
Odin says we must get through the palace ruins, but I think... Uh-oh.
Jack, let me just say, before it's all over, riding on your shoulder, although it is kind of bony and uncomfortable, well, you've been a good pal.
You too, Damas. These adventures, they've been great.
Well, you think you're gonna die now?
Yeah. Wait a minute, it's...
You're a long way from the desert.
What's his face?
Who smart warrior
they imply is his dad.
That depends on how hard your skull is. I'd say
you and I are
both rather headstrong.
Let's finish this.
Headstrong. Thick skull, I see what he did there. Alright.
Dark precursors.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Damas.
Wow, this looks interesting.
So now, like, it's safe to say we are going beyond the bounds of the stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're out of the city altogether. It's hard to kind of trace the geography, but... Not that we need to, but... It's just
on your right.
Alright. So we're basically doing the same as what we've just been doing, but now we're behind the wheel. Just like looking for the way out, you know?
Cool.
And I promise there's cool story stuff coming.
That's right.
Yeah.
I just had a flashback to Arkham Knight and the car platform.
Yes, that's not a bad comparison. It's a big beefy unit. It's just tearing guys down, isn't it?
The game was terrible.
I enjoyed it, honestly. I like it more than City. frankly. It's not the best game in the series or anything, but... And there's something to be said for it being the one PS4 native Arkham game. Like the rest, you have to play via... Yeah, like the other Rocksteady games, you have to play via remaster that only came out late. And Arkham Origins is stuck on the on that generation or the PC. So it's like...
We have a special edition of Arkham Origins with the big statue, which is cool.
Oh yeah.
But that game's not great. So.
There is a demo on the 360 store for Arkham Origins Blackgate, which is a side-scroller. And I'll give it a go. I have no shame.
Alright. Shame is though. Shame. No shame about it.
Alright. Oh, what else are you playing at the moment? Should know offhand,
just
but...
HOTS. Just HOTS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to take on, like that's got a story or, you know, Last of Us 2 level?
Stream?
Oh, not for the stream necessarily. Oh, that's true. Like, actually, that's a good discussion. Like, streaming games somewhat regularly, does that mean that the games you play that aren't on stream have to sort of be a chill-out vibe, like Heroes of the Storm, or not necessarily?
No, not really.
Not really?
I just want to stream the game if I think it'll be good to stream.
Yep.
When somebody's not remember. There's lots of things going for Mass Effect 1. A big thing being people don't want to play it. But people want to play the other two games.
Yeah, it's worth, like, if you've said you're going to play 2 and 3 in good time. It'd be good to, like, have played through the first game's story and understand all the choices we made, and yeah, that'll be good.
I don't know when the remakes come out, the remasters, whatever.
Yeah, the Legendary Edition.
Yeah,
I think it's April.
I don't know how
I think so.
I don't know how I'll handle that, but we'll figure it out. Mass Effect 1 isn't very long if you just do the main story to it.
Yeah.
I need to do some research and pick out like the choice side quests.
Yep.
There's that one random one we did in the last stream. That's just because it was there.
It was there, yeah. And it's nice. I mean, I was kind of thinking about this on some level with Jak too. Just, you know, what side quests are worth doing. I ended up doing a bunch, as you remember, and then just sort of foregoing it and getting to the end of the end credits. But, yeah, just that balance between this is what I would do if I were playing the game by myself, and this is what I will do just to make this particular stream a bit more interesting. Yeah, it's a balance. I'm sure you will. I'm sure with Mass Effect, there's like people have come up with against that dilemma before and figured out like what's especially helpful to do, what isn't.
Nuzlocke was interesting because I was doing like 2 hours of prep before every stream.
Yeah, you put a lot of work into that. I can tell. It's really cool, and I'm glad that you know you came out triumphant in the end.
Yeah.
You more or less didn't with what was the other one you did? Pokemon White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to do White 2, which would be a good way of reconsidering that.
Yep.
I'll wait till it gets remade in 4 to 5 years.
Pokemon White 2 Double and X to do. I don't know what names will come up with.
Pokemon White Kings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we said that the Mass Effect remakes come out 5th of May. She's Cinco de Mayo, which is
May 5th. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. As you can see, they're putting the towers in very annoying places that we have to take care of before we can proceed.
Love car platforming.
Absolutely. And we love Jak though.
Should have done a stream of Forza Horizon 4's Battle Royale mode. I mean, I can still do that.
So you've played that? Or do you just like the idea of it?
No, I played a lot of it. It's really fun.
Oh, cool. I'm glad.
Do you know how it works?
Sort of. You'd have to explain it to me. Maybe after this cutscene.
Yeah. Oh, Dad's dead.
Well, not necessarily. You shouldn't be so quick to judge. And yeah, he's dead. Or about to die. I mean, that's...
I know what media is all about.
Bad driving, kid. It was a good fight. And a good day to die.
A lot of tricky puzzles back there.
Very proud to have been by your side.
A lot of good car platforming.
Glad to see it before the sunset.
We did well together. Don't move, Al.
Please, promise me one thing. Promise me you'll find my son, Mar. You'll know him when you see this. He's wearing an amulet just like it.
Oh my god.
With the great House of Mar. Save the people, Jak. They need you.
Unbelievable.
Wait for it.
Father.
Yes, canonically Mars is.
You are that child.
Yes, can't we know?
Hoping to harness your eco powers for my experiments. Then I lost you to the underground. You seem upset.
When did Jak 1 happen?
You were the son of the great warrior Damas. Oh, and he never knew. How delightful. Thank you for opening the door to the precursors. Don't worry, I'll be back to put you out of your misery.
After him, Jak!
You're willing to go down there? Without a fuss this time.
Yeah, well, don't get used to it. It's just that nobody hurts my best friend and lives to brag about it. Let's get him!
Woo! Alright. So now we're doing this kind of a section again. Prepare for the frame rate to tank. just know that we're driving through the catacombs.
Yeah. I can see it, fair enough. It's
okay.
Like a wipeout sort of thing.
This as well. As I said, like the real thing you gotta watch out for are just the red arrows. Or like that. It was probably there and I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. For what it's worth.
Yeah, Reese makes the Attack of the Clones comparison, as we absolutely did when we first encountered this kind of driving section.
Hello there.
Hello there. Speaking of hello there, after this session, we'll turn off the Austin Power soundbites and just revert to like a best of list, including hello there, among the other greatest hits. Which, I mean, I've got a good feeling as to... Sorry?
I don't know if they fly now.
We'll see. I'll add like the essentials, you know, the ones that got used all the time. Like the Vader no has to come first, I think.
Yeah. There's hello there. That's one. Oh, they put bugs in it.
Oh yeah. And I'm pleased at how much of a hit the one that was like Riku is a sexy guy was. I'm pleased with that. So.
What a weird thing to say in that tone of voice. You could have said smoldering.
He could have, yes. Something more child appropriate. But it was an MTV behind the scenes documentary, so.
What's that?
Now this is, like I said before, that last cutscene was informative.
Is this a different type of... Was this rendered differently, or is the lighting's different?
The lighting's different.
Okay.
But this is like a major cutscene, so enjoy.
Before it is too late, you must power up the planet's defense system. The ecosphere has begun its energy conversion. It will take some time for the weapon to fully charge.
You will fight a boss fight until then.
Proven your worth, warrior. We grant you the gift of evolution.
Told you! End of Evangelion.
Of us. Step aside! I will be the one who evolves into a precursor. The right is mine!
Evolves into a precursor.
What you wish for.
It is done. Don't worry, Jak. It is for the greater good that I assume this role.
Even now, it may be too late. If Errol awakens the dark ship's cargo, all will be lost.
Listen, Glow Boy, we've been doing all your dirty work while you slept in the stars. So stop it!
Inefficient. I told you we needed a backup hero. We should have gone with Plan B. Ow, hey, cut it out.
Who's Plan B?
We are unhappy with your performance. If you had been a true hero, you would have stopped Errol by now.
What?
Oh my god.
Yes, well, now we are even more angry, and we
Ah,
order
so instead of us.
to avert your eyes, or we will,
Oh, bother. They look like me? Not what you expected.
Yeah, we get that a lot.
Don't look so upset. If you knew we precursors were a bunch of little fuzzy rats, would you worship us?
Oh
Could
my
we run the
God.
universe?
Not possible, buddy.
This is like Futurama as well.
Yeah.
That's good. The respect
Yeah.
we deserve.
You idiots! Get down from there and stop defiling that glorious machine!
Do not let our size fool you. We are the most powerful beings in the universe.
We are?
What does Daxter look like?
Ah, yes. All eco contains the source of our essence, our code, so to speak. When Daxter touched the dark eco, he was actually blessed when he thought he was cursed. Woohoo! I'm a precursor! I'm a precursor! I'm a
This is a dance from the first game.
Yeah. They have kids!
These creatures are the great precursors? And I wanted to evolve into the... No!
Yeah, it's like Nibbler.
A little drafty, isn't it? The only way to ensure that Errol will not awaken the ship's cargo is to go there yourself and stop him. We will send you there from here.
But the weapon.
Chill out, buddy. You should have Mondale minutes to go there and get back here pronto. I mean, way before the...
Hopefully before.
Ba-boom! Oh, yeah!
Let's move.
This is very, very late in the piece to be introducing this. The end of the third game?
It's almost like they did not plan on it from the start.
No, Neil knew this was happening.
Oh, did he?
Along.
Yeah.
When they were penning that first opening cutscene of Jak 1. And those memorable villains who have come back.
Just a classic red herring, baby. Right. So now we're in the dark ship, but we're just us. And there's a timer, just to make things a little bit more stressful.
But why would they...
Yeah?
But they have a name for what Daxter is, an ottsel.
Yeah. They just thought precursors and ottsels were different. But in fact, they are the same.
But... Are they the... Okay.
Oh, okay. It implies that ottsels are more commonplace.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. That's a good point.
Because he wasn't like, what the fuck am I? He was like, I'm a ottsel. I'm a weird weasel otter.
Actually, that's a good point. I wonder, like, what points in the series they use the term ottsel. Like, other than Daxter himself calling his bar the naughty ottsel.
Yeah, and I'm sure, like, they refer to him as, like, a rodent, or probably, like, a weasel at some point, too.
But yeah, like, ottsels in that tradition, that running joke they have of just, like, having animals that are combinations of two Earth animals.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So, it is worth investigating, yeah. Just to see how many times they use ottsel in the game's scripts, and who says it, and why.
Oh, I'll ask Neil.
Yeah, we'll ask Neil. We'll hit him up on Twitter, yeah. And we'll also ask him, hey, what's that live multiplayer service thing you're hiring for? And are you going to make people crunch on it? Because you shouldn't. And
So
he'll be very
does-
receptive, I'm sure.
Does Last of Us 2 have multiplayer?
It doesn't. They did plan on it and put significant amount of time into it for like a follow-up to the multiplayer mode that they had in the first game.
Yeah.
But they scrapped it because they wanted to focus on the core story. Which
I like the multiplayer in Uncharted 3.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, I nearly...
Yeah.
You like the multiplayer in Uncharted 3?
Yeah.
Okay, because they had it in 4 as well. But I'm guessing you didn't play that
I
as
didn't like
much.
4, so... I didn't like 4. Force campaign. So
yeah, right. Ah, fair enough.
Also, I don't have PlayStation Plus anymore.
Yeah, fair.
It's worth it to play an online game.
I understand you can get, if you have PlayStation Plus, you can get PS5 games now, even though you don't necessarily have a PS5. So you've just got them stocked up for the day when you do get it. Which is a cool thing to have. But yeah, if you don't want to spend the money, that's fair enough too.
Yeah.
Last of Us 1 also had really good multiplayer, says Reese. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I've heard some people talk it up, but not often.
I played a little bit of it.
Yep.
I remember it being good, but I remember it being really hard, which is why I didn't play it.
Because it controls the same as the game itself, like the campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we got a Sprout Angel Wings.
Just casually.
Yep. Because we can do that. Yes, you do. Etc. Okay, where to now? Yep, over there. I don't know why they needed to add another health fountain halfway. I don't know, like, if you're gonna soft lock yourself, surely you can just die and try again. Anyway. Not a big deal.
I guess it's also a marker of where you're supposed to be going to.
It's what, sorry?
It's also a little bit of an indicator of where you're supposed to be going.
Yeah, true. They put them there just to say, like, hey, use your Ranger Wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the closest they come without to not blatantly instructing the player.
Yeah.
Yeah, they couldn't come up with the equivalent for, like, those dark blasts. Alright. Die, please. I'm on the clock. Piss off. Thank you. Alright, where to now? Oh, it's a lift. We love lifts. This game loves lifts. This is just the Super Mario World cape power-up. It's not a bad comparison. Yeah, because you float like that. Have you seen footage of that? I know you haven't played the Mario games that much, but it's the Super Nintendo one where he's got the yellow cape.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. Cutscene.
This looks like a boss arena too.
It does look like that.
A large one.
Yeah, the scale of it is quite cool, actually.
These nasty things ever wake up, the planet's finished.
All of these Dark Makers at my command. Just think what I could do.
You're through, Errol. Even if we both die.
Shoot it. Unnecessary.
Jak?
It looks so much like a Reaper. Mass Effect.
Yeah, you've got it on the brain, haven't you?
Yeah. No,
Fair enough.
I mean, they ripped it off from War of the Worlds, so...
Yeah, there you go.
Let's go, Dax.
Okay, now check this out.
Oh...
Yeah, not the hoverboard, sorry.
Okay. I thought you were gonna, like, fly up into the air and do something crazy.
No. I'm gonna do that.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah. No, I gotta avoid the debris. Ah!
This is
So,
very
yeah.
crash platforming.
Very Crash platforming?
Very Naughty Dog.
Very Naughty Dog. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's an Uncharted 2 comparison to make here as well.
Yeah. The thing is,
Jak
like, you
going,
know
crap,
that it's
crap,
not gonna
crap,
fall away underneath you, so it
Oh,
kind of...
Jesus. We'll figure it out.
You're probably skateboarding.
Maybe. I'm just worried about hitting...
Yeah,
for fuck's sake. Okay. Ah! Okay. Alright. Fuck!
You look like you were doing good on the skateboard. You
Yeah.
have to do it on the skateboard.
Maybe I'll just get off it when it gets hairy.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. This didn't give me much trouble when I played it before, but anyway. Oh, okay. Oh boy. It's cool. It's fine.
Yes, those are all our sheets.
Okay, there we go.
Easy. First try 'em. First try 'em.
When you're in the cutscene player, the scene of Jak going through the portal and the scene of the ship blowing up are separate cutscenes. It's like, oh, okay. Thank you for showing me that cool moment.
You will all die at my hand.
Oh, sick. Another boss fight.
Yep.
Oh, that's very large worlds.
This guy just won't quit.
It's headed for the city. We gotta defend it. For Damas.
The last charge of the Dark and Light
For my
Brigade.
dad.
For my
Let's
dad.
do it, partner.
We have to defend the city where my dad didn't live. For him. Think about that, Jak.
Yeah. So, this is genuinely a cool part of the game. I quite like it. Because we're going through an environment that we have traversed before. Absolutely, we have. But guess what? Now there's a massive spider machine walking through it. The fact that they did this on the PS2 is just neat to me.
Yeah.
I'm glad they put the time into making it real.
It's very Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Shadow of the Colossus came out in the same year, or the same 12-month period. You know? So you know, abs comparison.
Same day.
Maybe I should put the the music from that game on.
So you're hitting those spots?
Yeah, there's vulnerable spots on its feet, and we just got to shoot them all.
Apparently there's 13 left.
Yep. It certainly is. I'm glad the
really
screen is that
difficult.
legible still. Good to know.
This
but
looks very difficult when you can't really aim.
No, you cannot really aim, and you're correct. It is difficult. It's hard to judge like what plane you got to be on. Hang on. Here we go.
Cool.
There we go. All right, we got one. We got another. Nice. And the mini-map's helping a ton. So.
You're not on the clock, are you? You're just gonna keep walking.
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's a bit that you get to eventually where it's like, oh, we got to do it now, or the city's lost. I don't think that happens. I'm not sure. I might be misremembering.
Oh.
Yeah.
It also reminds me of Sahelanthropus, the Metal Gear.
Of which from Metal Gear?
Sahelanthropus from Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Like,
I
it's
never
the
played
one.
it.
It's the one Metal Gear in that game.
Oh yeah. Hey.
There's only one.
And there's a bit from Nier Automata at like the very start that's a huge thing, right? It's not quite this, but...
Yeah, there's a few of them actually.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a few. That's a good handful. There we go, we got one. Alright. Can we get that one? No. Meow.
Oh, that sucks because you're gonna have to like turn it. Oh, you don't have to.
Alright. Okay. Alright, we're back. We're back. We're back, baby. 6 to go. Half a dozen. Easy. Easy peasy. Okay, but where are they? Alright, they're on the other side.
You're
They're
gonna,
fed.
you need to turn around.
Yep. Oh, got it.
What?
Oh, 4. There's 4 left. Nice. Okay.
That was clutch.
Yeah, it was. Oh. Ah! That was just a bit further back. Oh man, do you have to go through this area? There's like little walls and shit.
A massive pet peeve for me with the PS2 GTA games is that, you know, it's shoot at the side of the car, and it's only if you have like a micro SMG or something like that.
Yeah, you can't get a
you
shotgun.
can only shoot perfectly horizontally.
Yeah. Good for drive-bys, but anything else that's more precise, like when you got to shoot down a car, it's just kind of silly.
Yeah.
It's like they couldn't really do much else in that engine, I suppose. 3. We got 3 left. Come on. Like, I'll get close enough and then the foot will move. It's a real bother.
No, this looks really fun.
Come on.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen it too.
It's just like I saw it.
Come on. This rain's fucking me up. Alright. Oh, lord. Okay. Frame rate's crunching on my end, so... Okay, fuck's sake. Come on. One bit of terrain. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is the one. I think the second bridge that I was nearly about to cross leads to that compound where we got ambushed that one time by the desert dwellers, so that would have been a dead end. Not good. Oh, for fuck's sake. I wasn't even... It's choosing the weirdest times to hit me with physics, you know? It's not exactly a realistic simulation, so like, why do it? Oh, that was cool. That one was cool. Mid-air. Give me an achievement for that one. Come on. With 10,000 gamer score points. Oh, yeah! We got another one. Sweet. Alright, so it's just on this foot. Just gotta track that foot. Okay. Yeah, these will come in handy. Oh my god. I'm shooting most of those, so it's fine. Okay.
Okay.
Foot's moving. Okay. Alright. And then we... Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's on the front of the foot. So I've got to charge ahead of it. Is that right? God. Get back here, man. Swear. Ah! Now we're in like these bumpy hills. It's just making it so hard. This runs as well as Shadow of the Colossus, where he says, it's like, yeah, on PS2, yeah.
I got the PS... I only played Shadow Colossus when they ported it to PS3.
3, yeah, I was gonna ask.
I have the PS4 port as well, but I haven't played it.
PS4 port, it's the one time I've played it, and I really like it. For what it's worth. I don't know how it compares, but... Well enough for them to get the Demon's Souls kit on PS5 gig.
Oh my god.
Come on! At the right angle, didn't I? What do you want from me, game? Holy Luke. Okay, alright. Oh, that's heaps far away. Come on. I'm not gonna reach that. Okay.
Oh. Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll be fine.
I'm worried.
Oh. Yes! Here we go. Here we go. Real good sense of scale on this thing as well. Just slowly moving.
Oh.
And then we died at the end.
Jack was really implying super hard he was gonna die.
He also didn't think that suicide moved through, did he? Didn't think Errol had, like, a jetpack in his machinery, which he did. Very smart.
Skywalker.
Oh, by the way, we're up to 69 deaths. I think that's just one big loading screen. I think. Anyway.
It's a mood setter.
It's that too.
What is that face?
Oh, the thing on the right side of the screen?
Yeah.
That's that is the thing that Errol is sitting in.
Oh, okay.
That will shoot at us shortly once we get up to the top. Do I need to... Okay, good? Yeah, alright, we gotta kill all the things before we can experience elevation.
Yeah, just start bucketing down. And yeah, very divine beastie too.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, I can. I have done.
Yeah, like 10 times. Didn't we beat him in a race too?
We did. That's completely accurate, yeah. Well, we beat him in a race, and then he tried to kill us, and he ended up killing himself. So really...
Errol just sucks on all fronts.
He sucks! Big time! And who brought him back anyway?
Stupid. Is this the final boss, by the way?
It is.
Yeah. Ah!
Yeah.
Enough.
I'll show you enough. Oh!
Oh.
Yeah, so same shit again. Light up on light eco when you're hurting. I might do that now, actually. Easy.
Oh, I just realized everything stops when you do that. That's pretty good.
I know, it's especially helpful for that reason.
It's very OP.
Big time. Now it's just throwing little enemies at us for some reason. Have to kill these
Because,
before we can take on the
as
big
is
man.
tradition.
Yep.
Do you know about? Oh, you probably know in the Crash remakes, in Crash 3, you know the first boss, the tiny boss, how if you stand to the left.
Yep.
And in the remakes they throw cheese at you if you do that.
Yeah, I love that.
Right.
Genuinely, it's quite funny. Oh shit! You can't take ownership for that, Errol. Come on.
I'll kill you with these minions you've killed hundreds of, slowly murdering.
Now you see why I never lose. Maybe redraft that one. You know? You lost very definitively.
Yeah, Errol sucks. What a shit tier door.
100%. Stop laughing. You haven't earned the right. We're laughing at you, man. Alright, okay, come on, man. Piss off. There we go. Alright, give me a laser. No, okay, alright. Very well. One of these things. Huh? What did he say? Stop!
Stop!
Stop! You'd like that, wouldn't you? Okay, come on. This is not as thrilling as I remember it being as a kid, honestly. Too much for you? Well, you're counting on that. Obviously. Oh, and you can I can kill your guys with your own weapon. That's amazing. Okay. No.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Something about that amused me a lot.
This looks like every boss fight.
It really does, hey. It reminds me of, do you ever play Enslaved?
No, I know what it is.
You know what it is, though, yeah. Just imagine, like, this is also how enslaved ends, more or less. You climb a huge robot thing, and you fight a big laser-wielding thing at the top. Like,
yeah.
Every video game is the same. Everyone has been made.
You're making it too easy.
Oh, Jesus, okay. So he's mixing, to his credit, he's mixing it up by shooting the laser while I'm fighting his goons. And I am taking more damage than I did earlier. Oh, don't!
Oh no.
Oh.
No. He's
That would have been
second
humiliating to get killed by one of those things. Anyway. Yeah, throw
the
some more at
last
me.
boss with one pick of health left.
I'm waiting for the laser to go. Alright.
Oh, that was a Beyblade.
Hmm. Haven't you seen those before up to this point? There's been a few of them.
Oh, man.
Anyway. Not a common enemy, it's fine. Ah, Jesus, come on. There we go. I killed the Beyblade. Have you ever tried to watch the Beyblade anime? Like as an adult, the same way as Yu-Gi-Oh?
No,
Or have you watched it, period? Like at any point in your life?
No. If it was presented in front of me. I remember seeing a smidgen of it on TV once, and then just seeing how contrived it was.
Mm-hmm.
Too much for you?
I mean, no.
The music stopped. It's clearly not.
Alright, come on.
Hey, you did that.
And that's the final platforming boss fight in the entire series.
Platforming boss? Are you telling us there's another boss after this?
No, I'm saying it's the final boss of the entire series.
Oh, okay.
I'm not joking.
There's like a weird, like Dragon Guard rhythm game boss as the final boss.
Oh yeah. Reese is right. I beat it with 69 deaths.
Yes.
Oh, what a way to go.
Look at our heroes.
Yeah, baby.
But what about Kira?
Nah. You gotta make out with the hotter one. The objectively hotter one. Yeah, anyway.
Highly debatable.
Thank you, brave people of this planet.
My god, it's the end of fucking Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Times give us reason to fight on.
My life's work, it turns out, was spent searching for a bunch of furballs.
Odin says it is a great day for the universe.
Jak, you are the greatest of heroes. You have turned the tide.
You shot so many things.
And together, we will win this war.
But dude,
It's not over?
like way more challenges in the
No, there aren't. All of them racing.
Or was it the past?
Yes, I was getting to that.
More adventures. Where have I heard that before?
We need heroes like you to help us protect the universe, Jak.
Then you can call me by my first name, by what my father called me, Mar.
Wait, Jak is Mar? The Mar?
Come then, Mar. No time like the present.
You coming, Dax?
I got all I need right here, baby. But if you need me, and I
I'm gonna
know
fuck
you
this
will,
weasel.
you know where to find me.
Oh, Daxter, my little hero.
We owe you much, Daxter, for all you've done. For your bravery in the face of incredible danger, we shall grant you your deepest desire.
What is he gonna ask for?
The bars, the statue at the bar to be fixed, or something about the bar
I
to
could
be
really
fixed.
use a snazzy pair of pants.
Good guess,
like
but no.
yours.
Clearly something backwards. Oh my god, it's Crash
I
Pants!
had a pair just like that.
Yeah, kind of.
Be careful what you wish for.
Don't worry, honey. You get used to it.
She did not consent to
and you
that.
may wanna
Exactly.
shave some parts.
That's not like a fair
Thanks for everything.
That weasel's got
interpretation.
titties.
You are a great hero, Daxter.
This is gonna be good. They think I'm a god. And they're right.
This is going to be a long trip. Where do you think you're going, little bugger? I've decided
Yeah, I was gonna say, surely someone will murder him.
You've been nominated. We're gonna be a great team.
Well, for the new Jak and Dexter. That's fine.
There's fan art out there. Cleaver and Vega.
What?
It exists.
The universe.
So Jak has to go back to his home planet now. His home planet needs him. Oh no, he's there.
I couldn't leave you, Dax. With all our adventures ahead, you wouldn't last a second without me.
So many adventures ahead of us.
What a team we are!
Yeah,
Like,
well, the next adventure,
two?
I call the shots.
Maybe 3 if you count the Battle Royale, the PlayStation All-Stars game.
Oh yeah.
4 if you count the iToy game.
Which, yeah,
So
neither of those count.
many. That's it.
Yay. We did
am
it.
I able to make it? Well, first of all, it should be noted, I can like scroll through the models if I want, and they have the model viewer set aside as like an unlockable extra. There's that. Anyway, we'll look at these names. You got Bruce Straley, who of course co-directed Last of Us, and I think Amy Hennig is in there somewhere.
I'm looking. I'm always looking out.
Where he says his name is Jack 3, apparently. There she is.
Amy, there you go.
There it is.
Call me by my Mar.
That
was Neil.
Jack Skywalker.
Neil is next to the dogs. That's
Which he would, and out of revenge, he killed them all in Last of Us 2. Yeah, is there anything else to look at? Well, yeah, the credits are going. There's no button to skip. Okay, so let me ask you, is that, as an ending, how do you feel? You feel like they did something right there?
Yeah, the ending was fine. It was just the whole story of the game that was dumb. But in terms of how to end it, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. The twist about it being ottsels instead of precursors.
Oh, I've been complaining about Tara Strong. I feel bad now.
Alright. You like Tara Strong? What do you like her from?
Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah, of course.
She's Riku.
She is Riku, that's
and
right.
she's Bubbles, I think, in she's one of those prolific
Yeah,
voice actors.
prolific voice actors, but there's always like 1 or 2 characters that we're particularly drawn to. What do you like? Bumper Robertson, who plays Damas, that I mentioned this, but shockingly, that's not his normal speaking voice. He also was on what people regard as like sort of the black equivalent of Friends. Living Single, it's called. He was like a main cast member on that. And now it's just a voice actor.
There you go.
Yeah. Sig was Phil Lamar. Yep. Sig was Phil Lamar, and Vega was Phil Lamar. So, man of many talents. Underutilized? I don't know. They used him for those 2 roles, those 2 key roles, plus NPCs walking around. I know in the last game. Sorry?
Someone's nickname is Dark Jedi with a 3 and a 1.
Oh, yeah.
Falco.
Paul Mataloni, he's above that nonsense. Forget it. No, special thanks. Surely. No names I recognize there. Oh,
Where's Mark Cerny?
He's probably under Sony Computer Entertainment America. He's probably going to show up. Because I think he was still with Sony at that point. Maybe he wasn't.
Shuei Yoshida? I know him.
Oh, yeah. Gotta give you props to Shu. I like how Shu like still tweets about like random indie games and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a good Twitter presence. It's nice. Cyber Errol. What a weird looking fuck.
What about him as cybernetic? I think while robotic. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Anyway, yeah, Jinx. We love Jinx. Look at him.
My favorite character from the
Our
whole
favorite guy. Look at the ropes on his belt. Look at that. tells us so much about... Has he got a knife in his glove? I think he does.
He's got a cigar in his hand.
Well, yeah. But anyway. Jak, I'm your father. That's him. I think there's a way to turn off the bottom half of his robe as well. There's one for Cleaver and there's one for this guy. I think. It's definitely one for Cleaver.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Just a
Sharon
juvenile
Shapiro,
love.
Ben's mother.
Ah, Sharon Shapiro. Righto. No relation, I'm pretty sure. And you could tell, like, Sig, again, they just designed him without thinking he was going to be a Wastelander. Because no one else in the Wastelands does these metalhead shoulder pads either, I don't think. You might think, hey, I can't see Vega's face. Well, that's by design. I literally cannot zoom out far enough to look at Vega's face.
Bad.
It's a bit odd.
Thanks.
But I could zoom in on his crotch. So there you go.
Petrol Advertising?
Yeah, what?
Oh, that's the name of the company.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank each individual at Sony Computer Entertainment America for their splendid dedication to the success of Jak 3 with special recognition to the executive management team.
Kaz Rai, Andy House, Jack Tretton, and Shuhei, of course. I'm wondering where, what's his name?
Mark Cerny?
No, not Mark Cerny. Well, Mark Cerny, yeah, definitely. But also, what's his face? The guy who was in charge until very recently. Like, it's Jim Ryan now, the equivalent when, like, God of War came out. I forget his name. Damn, he was with the company for ages. Anyway. I do like this. Like, specifically have him looking miserable.
Also, it's still called ottsels.
Yeah. And then we're back around to the start. You know, praising the testers.
Great testing, everyone.
Liam Robertson, I'm pretty sure, is like on a podcast I quite like now. I think that's, yeah, I'll have to look into that. He's like a full-fledged, based in Japan, game developer in his own right now. And he mentioned working at, maybe he worked at Rockstar. Anyway, I'll have to look into that later. Sean Layden, thank you, Reese. Yes, Sean Layden.
Oh, Sean Layden.
I did not see Sean Layden's name in there, and he was definitely around pre this game. Thank you. Oh, I can skip.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, new secrets are available. Let's look at them all. No, I'm kidding. I will actually. I have one last thing to play, similar to when we finished Jak 2. I've got one last thing I wanna play on the stream. That I will in a moment. But firstly, let me. Well, I'll pause the game just to keep the audio off. So Jak 2 and Jak 3 we've knocked over together. Thank you, Brendon. Thank you for bearing with me on that. It was great. What's your feeling about Jak and Daxter now as a series? Did Jak 3 impact it in any significant way?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in the obvious ways, it's just like, oh, that's who the precursors were, but like...
The games are all really well made, and they all look fun. Narratively speaking and tonally speaking, I didn't realize that was this much of a train wreck.
They really are. And like, they were so well reviewed at the time. You have to understand.
Yeah.
Jak 2 had a 10 out of 10 rating on the box. Someone saying it was like the best platformer ever made, and it's like... At the time, when you're a 10-year-old, when you don't really...
Crash 3 was still out, though.
Sorry?
Crash 3 was still out then, though.
True.
Clearly wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. No, people loved it. It is... the most charitable thing you can say about the narratives in these games is that they're objects of their time.
Yes.
That very much so. As we've established in Grey Pains. Yeah. But yeah. As I said... At the end of this thing I'm going to play to finish off the stream. I'll say what I'm streaming next. It's not Jak X. Maybe I'll play Jak X. I don't know if you should sit on Jak X necessarily. Like, these games... like, Jak X is like a series of races. It's like if you were sitting in on Burnout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe one session just to comment on, like... Or maybe I stream it. I don't know. We'll think about it. But I don't think sitting on my shoulder Daxter style like you've been doing for 2 and 3... would be as interesting, to be honest, for you. Yeah. So maybe we'll think about that. But, okay, having said thank you, I will I'll first of all mute your mic. So
yeah,
one last time. Thanks very much. Maybe just stay on the call until and like open up the stream on your end so you can see what I'm about to play. Yeah, but just stay on the call so the webcams are good until then. Firstly, I'm gonna mute you. Mute. Okay, so you're no longer audible on the stream, I'm afraid. And then, after which I'm gonna mute myself. Alright, I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna play a final send-off video for you. And then I'll see you next time. Thanks, Reese, and thanks everyone watching this. See you later.
That's just all part of the package, baby. That's just who I am. I just gotta reach down inside and
I'm the star, man. Everyone knows it. Jak knows it.
I want to show the world how sexy I am. Sexy, sexy beast that I am, baby.
The thing about Ashlyn is she got a great set of guns. Fire in the hole.
Little known fact, if you get the secret orbs, you can turn off Clear's cloth and you get to see his hairy legs and his skid marks.
There's a really funny story behind this scene, but I really don't have time to tell it.
This scene really is a great demonstration of Jak's inner struggle. Who am I kidding?